So what's the key? Just forget you have a mic in your face and just talk? Okay. Oh, really? That was at Orlando?
Good evening from the campus of Fleming Island High School here at Randy Warren Stadium, lovingly called The Rock. It's homecoming night here as the Fleming Island Golden Eagles will play host to the Creekside Knights from St. Johns County. It's Brian Paul here, the stand-in voice of the Golden Eagles right now. Ray Canaveri on the camera tonight, and my special guest analyst tonight, our very own FSB insider James Critch, joins me in the booth with David Wells on assignment for the Shrine Bowl. There's no telling where he's traveling this week. I think last week was Clemson, actually. He was at FSU Clemson. So he saw that game in Tallahassee. James, welcome to the broadcast.
Thanks, Brian. Super excited to be here tonight. Looking forward to seeing this game tonight for homecoming, and big game tonight against Creekside.
Huge game. We look at the district standings right now, and Fleming Island is not in the district race. Neither is Creekside. So this game, in terms of district play, is very much for pride. But when you look at the postseason right now, both teams are vying for important spots right now. As Creekside sitting at 5-2 and Fleming Island 4-2. They will not get a 10th game, which is sort of important because of the loss of the Lake Mineola game during Hurricane Ian. So Fleming Island only has 3 more opportunities to pad the stats, as it were, 3 more opportunities to win and to get in to the postseason. If you're talking about district play, Buchholz and Bartram Trail now sit at the 1 and 2 spot. Those two teams will square off for the district championship. So that's an important game to watch, and we'll be keeping an eye on the scores around town and around the state as the playoff season starts coming into focus. Well, let's talk a little bit about what happened last week here at The Rock. It was a finish that nobody expected,
No,
and we're still trying to get some clarification, but it all boiled down to a 4th down stand that came in after a face mask penalty. Now, from what we understand, and most of you that watch the college game will probably wonder this too, in college they took away the incidental face mask. Anytime you grasp a face mask, it's a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down. What we have surmised, and we will try to get some clarification on this, is that they had an incidental face mask that was only half the distance because of where they were. And that set up 4th down. From there, the Golden Eagle defense puts on the stop of the century, and Sebastian Broughton and the offense marched down 99 yards, took the length of the field to do it with fantastic pass from Broughton to Bernie and then Broughton to Dominic, all capped off with a 2-point conversion. Mandarin was unable to score on their succeeding drive, and the Golden Eagles waltzed away with a 35-28 victory over the Mustangs. James, this week it's a bit more of a monumental task against a team that is very balanced on offense and has no fear of running or throwing.
Correct. Totally agree with you on that. Yeah, and going back to the 99-yard drive, I mean, that was an amazing cap to a game that we desperately needed. And yeah, Creekside is balanced. They'll throw the ball, they'll run the ball. They've got some tough receivers for our secondary for tonight. The one thing that I have noticed is their defense does give up a lot of points. So this is a night for Sam and the boys and Sebastian to get rolling, take advantage of a defense that averages giving up about 34 points a game, and put points on the board tonight, because the defense is going to come to play like Fleming Island's defense is going to come to play again like they do every week. So tonight we got to put points on the board.
Got to pin their ears back and definitely play solid defense against a team that, isn't afraid to move down the field. They gave Oakleaf quite the scare earlier this season and even returned a kick for a touchdown, but it boiled down to a 4th and ball game stop for Oakleaf that they couldn't do. So the Knights lost that game at home against Creekside, and that was a barn burner. So it's not going to be out of the question for Creekside to get the offense cranking, but will they run into the Golden Eagle defense that we're used to seeing, the more aggressive, pin your ears back, blitzing on the outside, or are we going to see what we've unfortunately seen with the hands on the hips and that tired, beleaguered defense? So tonight, really, for the Golden Eagles, it's on the offense to sustain drives and keep their defense with fresh legs against a very athletic team.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the three-headed monster that we have in the backfield is going to have to produce as it usually does, as we've come to expect in all season. I think tonight we're going to need some more plays from our wide receiving core. I'd like to see Dakota Rowe get a little bit more involved and get the ball around, because I have a feeling that Creekside's going to come out and their number one goal is to stop Sam and crew. So I'd like to see Sebastian get the ball down the field a little bit, take some advantages if there's one-on-one with Darian, because Darian's got the height and the experience. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
We'll take a quick break right here. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit about some of the key players for Creekside, and then a little bit later on, before we get to kickoff, we'll start talking about our keys to the game for Fleming Island. You're watching Golden Eagle football on Florida Sports Broadcasting.
Are you looking for a place to get connected, find community support or purpose? If the answer is yes, River Christian Church is the place for you. In addition to Thursday night and Sunday morning services, RCC offers support groups, youth groups, and events for all ages. RCC is now moving to 3 services on Sunday mornings at 8:30, 10, and 11:30. Are you interested in learning more about RCC's mission, values, and beliefs? River Christian Church is located at 5900 U.S. Highway 17. Stop by, give them a call, or visit riverchristian.church and let them show you how they can be a blessing to you. Mr. Chubby's Wings are more than just wings. With a great food and beverage selection, Mr. Chubby's is the home of the original Fleming Island Happy Hour, Monday through Friday, 4 to 7 p.m. You can catch all your favorite sporting events on the numerous TVs, including all Fleming Island football games on FSB. Before or after the game, Mr. Chubby's has you covered, and they're only 0.8 of a mile from the Fleming Island High School campus. You can order online at MrChubby'sWings.com or call 904-272-WINGS. And while you're at it, let Mr. Chubby's cater your next event. Call 904-272-WINGS.
Back here at the Rock, it's the Fleming Island Golden Eagles taking on the Creekside Knights in a very important matchup for both teams in the postseason. Brian Paul alongside James Critch tonight. We're looking forward to bringing you all the action with kickoff scheduled for 7:30 tonight. The presentation of colors will take place in just a second, and we will pause as that happens. But we're going to talk a little bit about Creekside before we move on to Fleming Island. So you're really going to have to pay attention tonight to senior quarterback Wilson Edwards. He is the man. We've got statistics through the Oakleaf game. He's 59 of 102 through those games. And again, this is not inclusive of the Bartram Trail game, but he's definitely going to be a 1,000-yard passer this season plus, James. He's really going to sling the ball when he can.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, against Oakleaf, he threw for 305 yards, and against Buchholz, 261. So this kid's not scared to sling it.
We'll go ahead and pause right here for the national anthem. When we come back, we'll talk more on Fleming Island Golden Eagle football here on FSB.
Are you looking for a place to get connected, find community support or purpose? If the answer is yes, River Christian Church is a place for you. In addition to Thursday night and Sunday morning services, RCC offers support groups, youth groups, and events for all ages. RCC is now moving to 3 services on Sunday mornings at 8:30, 10, and 11:30. Are you interested in learning more about RCC's mission, values, and beliefs? River Christian Church is located at 5900 U.S. Highway 17. Stop by, give them a call, or visit riverchristian.church and let them show you how they can be a blessing to you. Mr. Chubby's Wings are more than just wings. With a great food and beverage selection, Mr. Chubby's is the home of the original Fleming Island Happy Hour, Monday through Friday, 4 to 7 p.m. You can catch all your favorite sporting events on the numerous TVs, including all Fleming Island football games on FSB. Before or after the game, Mr. Chubby's has you covered, and they're only 0.8 of a mile from the Fleming Island High School campus. You can order online at MrChubby'sWings.com or call 904-272-WINGS. And while you're at it, let Mr. Chubby's cater your next event. Call 904-272-WINGS.
Back here at the Rock, Brian Paul alongside the FSB insider James Critch here. We welcome you to our broadcast. We're in pregame mode right now as we get ready to start tonight's contest here at homecoming night at the Rock. We were just talking a little bit earlier about quarterback Wilson Edwards for Creekside and how he is basically a passing threat, mostly a passing threat, although he will run the ball just a little bit. On the running back side of things, Nicky Williams, the junior, he's on pace to run for at least 800 yards or more this season. Definitely somebody that our front seven is going to have to pay attention to, James.
Yeah, I mean, and he's built. I'm 5'7", 165, but the big thing out here is they use him. I mean, 13 touchdowns rushing. That's a huge thing, a big challenge for the boys up front tonight. Yeah,
they're definitely going to have to play smart football and pin their ears back and do what they need to do. So very exciting contest as the captains come out onto the field tonight. We'll have the coin toss for you right here and then figure out who's got to start the ball. That's probably going to be important tonight is the coin toss. I mean, if you want to look at things that are important, you want to set the momentum and set the tone very much so. So one of the things that Fleming Island is going to have to overcome on the offensive side of the ball is some things that happened to them this season. One example we point to is the Bartram Trail game, and something that you and I had mentioned just before the broadcast is that Fleming Island has not run very well against a team who sets the edge.
Yeah, agreed. Bartram played great that night. I mean, their gap assignments, they stayed true to them. They didn't waver. They made it real difficult, and they set the edge. They didn't let Sam or anybody get going. Like I believe one of the biggest plays Sam had was actually when he came out of the backfield and caught a pass. I mean, that was just one night out of the season where we really weren't effective on the ground. But I'm expecting tonight, I'm expecting homecoming, how important this game is. I think they're going to come out tonight, and I think they're going to try and get Sam up and running relatively early in the game, set the tone.
It's a beautiful night tonight. If you're looking at weather, this is the absolute best weather that we have had for football this season. It is nice and cool outside. It's only going to get a little cooler as the evening goes on. There is a light breeze in the air right now, at least at our level of the stadium. And we get ready to put some time on the clock here and get it started. And we'll
Golden Eagles will kick off.
Flip field, yes. So Golden Eagles will kick off here to start the game. And we'll go ahead and get things set up for an exciting football matchup. We're glad that you're joining us tonight on FloridaSportsBroadcasting.com or on our YouTube channel. We appreciate you stopping by and remind you that you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter at B2Florida. You can follow us on Instagram at Florida Sports Broadcasting. We'll take a quick break here, just 30 seconds, and the teams will come out into the field. And when we come back, there's live football action for you right here on Florida Sports Broadcasting, the official home of Golden Eagle Athletics.
Are you looking for a place to get connected, find community support or purpose? If the answer is yes, River Christian Church is the place for you. In addition to Thursday night and Sunday morning services, RCC offers support groups, youth groups, and events for all ages. RCC is now moving to 3 services on Sunday mornings at 8:30, 10, and 11:30. Are you interested in learning more about RCC's mission, values, and beliefs? River Christian Church is located at 5900 U.S. Highway 17. Stop by, give them a call, or visit riverchristian.church and let them show you how they can be a blessing to you.
We're minutes away from kickoff here at The Rock. Glad you're joining us tonight on Florida Sports Broadcasting in our presentation of Golden Eagle Athletics here from Randy Warren Stadium. James Critch alongside me today, the FSB Insider, BP here. Ray Canaveri up top on the camera. We're having fun tonight. It's a gorgeous evening, a great night for football, and we can't wait to get this contest underway. Fleming Island will start tonight on defense. They will kick away to Creekside. The Knights come in tonight's contest with a record of 5 wins and 2 losses. They are faring as well as Fleming Island is in the district. In terms of the overall picture, that will be decided between Bartram Trail and Buchholz. Fleming Island Golden Eagles come in at 4 games, 2 losses, and they have not won a game in the district. This would be their first victory in district play tonight. It would also bode well for them to win tonight if they want to keep their playoff hopes alive. According to the state rankings in the FHSAA in Class 4S, Fleming Island is ranked 25th.
So quick question, Brian. It looked like Fleming had actually won the toss and deferred. Did I see that correctly?
I'm pretty sure you saw that.
Okay, so I mean, that's a huge statement right there with Coach Springs saying, "Hey, we're gonna put our defense out here, boys. Come get it."
Parker Sertivin to kick off.
And here we go.
And we are underway. Toe to leather. Let's play football. Creekside will receive at the 5-yard line. That is number 16, Bruno Alves, the senior defensive back who was finally brought down at about the 29-yard line. So, correction, Drew Warwick, the senior defensive back. And he will start on offense with Creekside. Quarterback, the senior, Wilson Edwards, number 4.
Target at the 29-yard line. Creekside has it first down.
And it's going to be incumbent upon the Golden Eagle defense to set the tone tonight. Creekside will come out with 3 wide receivers, and Edwards will line up in the pistol. He'll take the snap he gives. Running over left to right tackle there. Crosses for about 4 yards. And that is Nicky Williams, his running back, the junior. We were going to expect to see a lot of him tonight for the Knights.
Have no fear. I'll get your number and name called.
Edwards will line up again in the pistol. He'll have a tight end out there, 3 wide. Takes the snap, fakes to Williams, rolls to his right. He's got pressure in the pocket. He's going to throw to a wide-open receiver who dropped the ball. That was Ashton Reynolds. Tried to make the catch on that one. Pops in and out of his hands. Well covered. Would have been a first down had he caught it. It's now going to bring up 3rd down and about 7.
Yeah, it looked like they were trying to run somebody deep and somebody underneath to see which one popped open first. And actually, it looked like both of them were available. He just didn't hit it.
3rd down now. Creekside will spread it out. Edwards will get into the pistol formation, using that clap cadence, and then goes to the sidelines. They'll reconvene on 3rd down. He'll take a snap, steps back. He's got a little bit of pressure in his face, and he's going to get sacked.
All right.
Oh, my goodness. We've been waiting for some of the plays like that, and Demir Jackson jumps into the backfield with the leaping tackle, and that brings up 4th down, an important 3 and out for the Golden Eagles. Mustafa Marshall not back to receive the punt. It's going to be Sebastian Cruz who will go back deep.
Huge play by the defense right off. Get him 3 plays and off the field. Great way to start.
Huge start there. Creekside not able to move the ball. We'll get a good punt here Nice high punt, good spiral. That's going to be well covered. Cruz is going to take it and get the fair catch.
Fair catch is made at the
46-yard line, and that's where the Fleming Island Golden Eagles will get started. James, so far, good series.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, brought the pressure. They're looking to throw on the second play there. Luckily, it was a bad throw and receiver dropped it, but right there, that sack, that's huge. That's exactly what Sebastian and them need to get on the field, and let's go.
Those are the plays that we need all night long. Great series for the Golden Eagle defense. Now Sebastian Broughton and company will come out for their first offensive series just inside of midfield. 46-yard line is where they'll start it, moving left to right.
Broughton brings the offense to the line of scrimmage.
Broughton will come out with 3 wide, and Sam Singleton in the backfield at the pistol.
I like the man-on-man matchup here with Darian.
We'll give to Singleton, who will run over right tackle. It just crosses the line of scrimmage. He'll get about a yard and a half, bring a second up, and call it 8. And that's the thing about Sam Singleton. You'll see him run 2 or 3 yards in a cloud of dust, and the next thing you know, he's halfway to Apalachicola. It will happen. I had the opportunity to speak with Sam's mom just before the game down at the concession stand, and what a beautiful lady. She is ready for Florida State. Let's talk about the swag in a little bit. 3 wide receivers for Broughton, Singleton in the pistol. Low snap, he's going to give it to Singleton, who will come out to the right. He's got to evade the edge, and he's not going to be able to get around. Might have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage, and Creekside did a good job setting the edge on that play. Brings up 3rd down. Nothing doing on that play, and the Golden Eagles will have to make a decision here. Now, Conjumani's been a pretty good punter, so the punting game has not been the problem. They usually end up going for it a lot more on 4th down when they're in field goal situations. Coming up around about the 9-minute mark here.
3rd down for the Golden Eagles.
3rd down and 8. Broughton takes the snap. He'll drop back. He's got a good pocket. He's going to step up, throw it. He fakes it, gets out of the pocket. Now he's just going to run upfield. He's going to run for a 1st down, crosses the 40-yard line, and they'll get down to about the 39, and that's 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
That's going to be a 1st down.
Very good decision by Sebastian Broughton. Thought about doing a little bit too much, pump fakes, and then takes off and gets what he needs to move the sticks. We need a lot of that tonight.
Yeah, we're going to need the legs, and we're going to definitely need the arm. We're going to need, as you can see, they don't have a safety over the top. It looks like they're playing man coverage, so we're going to have to take advantage of it. You can see there's a size advantage with Darian down here at the bottom.
3 wide receivers. Darian is into the near side of the formation. Broughton takes the snap, fakes, play fake, tried to go over the middle on a seam route to Dakota Rowe, and that's something that we were talking about before the broadcast, the use of Dakota Rowe as an effective tight end receiver who's got a big frame just like Dominic and can run in stride and big plays.
Yeah, he's a weapon that I feel like at certain times doesn't get is not utilized. I mean, he's a good, big, athletic kid with good hands. I think we talked. He's got like maybe 2 drops all year. He's a kid that can get open and make things happen once he gets the ball in his hands.
Absolutely. Rowe will stay in the game at tight end. They'll have 3 wide receivers, and they'll stay in that pistol formation. Broughton will take a snap, fakes to Singleton. No, he gives it to him, and Singleton runs over to the left side of the formation, gets about 2 yards, maybe 3. We'll call it 3rd down and about 8, maybe 7.5 on that one. They've been trying to test the tackles here. So far, the run game has not been as prevalent, but at any given time, you never know when Sam's going to pop one loose. They'll stay in 3 wide receivers. Dominic towards the near side. Trace Burney also lines up as a slot. Singleton in the pistol formation with Broughton. Takes the snap, no give. He'll throw quickly and a little high, but that is caught.
By Cook.
Brendan Cook back in the game this week. It's good to see him dressed. He did not play last week against Mandarin. Gets a couple of yards on that play, and that's going to bring up 4th down. And now it's decision time because you're down to the 39. It's not punting opportunity, and you're too long for a field goal. So it looks like Coach Springs is going to keep the offense on the field. They'll have Cook, Burney, and Dominic lined up at wide receiver. Dakota Rowe will come up as a tight end. Broughton and Singleton will line up. Singleton will now move sidecar to Broughton's right. 4th down. They'll run a quick kick. Probably not a bad idea. That looked like that could have touched a Creekside player, but he wisely gets out of the way, and the quick kick puts that to the 22-yard line, and that's where Creekside will take over, and that's an interesting wrinkle. I didn't expect to see that.
No, neither did I. I really thought that the call going for it on 4th down was the right thing. They're in good spot to go for it. Try and set the tone. They put the defense out there first. Take the gamble, see what happens, and if something goes wrong, You turn it over, you put the defense right back out there.
Well, each team has had a possession so far in the first quarter and nothing doing. Both teams have punted. Creekside is going to come out with Edwards at quarterback, 4 wide receivers. Strips to the left. He's going to fake to Williams. Williams is going to get upfield, and he's going to get about 6. We'll call it about 6. Just to the 29-yard line. Call it 7.
Joel Robinson on that stop.
Joel Robinson get the stop on that one. They'll stay in 3 wide. They'll run no huddle. Williams will run the mesh, pull it, and then he gets backed out. Edwards held that mesh just a little longer than I think he wanted to. He might have thought better of it after he ran around the right of the formation, and Williams gets stopped in the backfield. 3rd down. Robinson again on the tackle.
Yeah, big job right up there by the big nasties up there. So
Creekside not afraid to run the ball in either side. They'll run that slow mesh or run that zone read. They'll stay 4 wide, spread out. Drops back, throws over the middle. That ball was tipped, and he's going to mark it a catch. They're going to give it to him at the 41-yard line. Ball was tipped right about the line of scrimmage, but it wasn't enough to knock the trajectory out. And now we're going to have a timeout on the field. That's going to be the official timeout for the water break. So with about 6:09 left to go, here we will take a quick break. This is Golden Eagle football live from the Rock here on Florida Sports Broadcasting.
Mr. Chubby's Wings are more than just wings. With a great food and beverage selection, Mr. Chubby's is the home of the original Fleming Island Happy Hour, Monday through Friday, 4 to 7 p.m. You can catch all your favorite sporting events on the numerous TVs, including all Fleming Island football games on FSB. Before or after the game, Mr. Chubby's has you covered, and they're only 0.8 of a mile from the Fleming Island High School campus. You can order online at MrChubby'sWings.com or call 904-272-WINGS. And while you're at it, let Mr. Chubby's cater your next event. Call 904-272-WINGS.
Creekside will have first down.
First mandatory water timeout. Creekside gets a first down on it. Both teams have had 1 possession so far and no score. Creekside will get a zone read on that one, and the Golden Eagles will decide to play very tough defense on that one. Read that one from the point of attack. 2nd down and 9. Joey Couch in on that tackle.
2nd down and 9.
They'll stay in a no huddle with 3 wide receivers. Edwards driving down just inside midfield. He'll give to Williams. No, he'll throw it, and that's a great pass over the top, running that seam route, and he's going to come all the way down inside to about the 11 or so yard line. Brendan McMillan, the senior, with an excellent reception, and that's something, James, we talked about, getting burned on the seams.
Yeah, that started a couple weeks ago where that seam route was, and Mandrin took advantage of it maybe last week a little bit too late, but yeah, that seam route's been the problem.
They're going to go hurry up here, spreading it out, 3 wide receivers. Edwards will take the snap. He'll give to Williams. He's going to run over the left side, and that is decently defended down to about the 4-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and goal.
Gain will be to the 4-yard line, 2nd down.
They did award him first down and goal on that play, so 2nd and goal. They have to score here. Can I get a first down? Edwards gets his team up to the line. 3 wide. He'll give to Williams again to feed the beast, and then they'll get an excellent tackle to initial contact, got him stopped. And that was a great initial stop by the Fleming Island Golden Eagle defense. Tabari Tucker getting in on that play to get the stop to slow him down, and then his fellas behind him finish it off. 3rd down and goal right here. Time for the defense to bow up.
Yeah, definitely need a stance right here. We don't want to get these guys early points.
3rd down and goal for Creekside. This is the deepest penetration they've had tonight. Try to give it over the middle. That's not going to go anywhere. Williams is going to get stuffed. He's not going to get down into the end zone. They're going to mark him short of the goal line, and it's decision time for Creekside. They're going to try to punch it in or maybe just take the surefire field goal.
You're on the road. I think you're going to go for it. You're down at the 1-yard line. David Smith there made the initial contact to send that running back into the backfield to set him off his track. So that was a big hit, but yep, they're going to go for it.
4th and goal for the Knights. They're going to take a snap. That one looked like it was Wildcat, and it was number 4 Wilson Edwards himself. But they're going to get a flag on that one. That might be coming back 10 yards. Flag was thrown immediately at the snap. They're going to get a procedure penalty on Creekside, and that backs them up 5. Fourth down, and now they're going to bring the special teams unit on. So a tough break if you're Creekside. You basically had a walk-in touchdown, but because of the procedure penalty, that puts 4 points off the board. And, James, when you look at it, that's a stop.
That's a huge stop right there. I mean, I know throughout the season we've talked about the flags being a nuisance for Fleming Island. Actually, the first flag of the game actually benefits us.
Timeout call.
And they will take a timeout. We'll get that a charge timeout to Creekside. So we'll keep it right here for a second. So far, they did what they figured that we would do, James, is that they play really good defense in between the tackles, a couple of good outside rushes. That they got a sack tonight already, but then they got burned on the seam.
Yeah, the secondary linebackers got to be able to drop into coverage, but that seam route that's been a problem the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's something that they're going to have to make adjustments to as the game progresses. But so far, with a good stop and the benefit of a penalty right now, the Eagles are going to kind of get away with this one and only come out giving up a field goal at the most. So with about 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter, that's all you can ask for from the Golden Eagle defense after giving up a big play is to lessen the damage.
Now, Fleming's come up with a couple blocks on field goals throughout the season. This would be the time for it to happen.
They have Brendan Cook has been the guy who's done it, and he is on the edge of that formation right now. He got a very pivotal block against Clay earlier this season. Number 84, Ronald Dragardi, is going to kick it up, and that kick is good. And Creekside strikes first blood here at the Rock with your score, 3-0 Creekside. That's about 4 minutes to go in the first quarter, and we'll keep it right here. So with that being said, it's homecoming night tonight here at the Rock. And, of course, all the festivities. They had the Gold Rush earlier tonight, the Fleming Island dance team. And we also had yesterday the homecoming parade down here in Fleming Island. So a lot of the homecoming festivities being enjoyed by students and alumni alike. Tonight at halftime, Eagle Band 1 will be joined by some band alumni tonight for a combined halftime show. And Eagle Band 1 after the game tonight will be performing a little bit in the post-game show. So if you happen to be here at the Rock tonight and not listening to us elsewhere, then you can enjoy Eagle Band 1 twice tonight.
Looks like Mustafa's back there to receive this kickoff.
Mustafa Marshall is indeed right about his 5-yard line with Darek Jati kicking off for Creekside. Mustafa Marshall will take this at his 2. He's got a little bit of a window, take a step, and immediately get pursued. They'll knock him down about the 17-yard line, and that's where Fleming Island will take over on their second possession of the night, only down 3-0. So far, so good if you're Fleming Island. I think so.
Yeah, that penalty so far was huge. You know, it takes, like you said, takes 4 points off the board. Now we just got to you can see they're trying to get Sam established early on, which is, to be expected. But when you've got those matchups on the wide receivers one-on-one, you got to take advantage of it.
Absolutely. So take him over the top if you have to. Cook and Dominic are the wideouts on this one. Bernie looks like is lined up in slot. Singleton will stay in the pistol with Sebastian Broughton. 1st and 10 from the 17. Singleton will come outside over right, and he will get about 2, maybe 3 yards. And so far, so good. He's been good consistently for a couple of yards, at least to keep things moving, but hasn't run the big one yet. We'll wait for that. 2nd down and 7.
Excuse me, 2nd down and 7.
Move it up to about the 20-yard line.
Yeah, as we've seen all season, as you keep pounding Sam, sooner or later he's going to break one. I mean, the running game will be there. It's just going to take a minute because Creekside is here to stop the running game first.
They'll stay with that 3 wide receiver in the pistol formation. That's pretty much been the base look for the Golden Eagles the last couple of weeks. He'll give to Singleton again. No, Broughton will pull it up. That's quarterback power all the way. A nice little juke. Puts his foot in the turf and then runs upfield. They're going to mark him just about the 35-yard line, and another Golden Eagle first down. Sebastian Broughton doing it with his legs.
Yep. Worm. What do we call him? The worm. The worm got loose again tonight. So the running game is going to be huge, but I still say when we get that one-on-one, we got to take advantage of them.
1st and 10 for the Golden Eagles at the 35-yard line. Dakota Rowe comes in at tight end. Dominic and Bernie in the formation. Cook on the other side. Bernie will move to the left of Sebastian Broughton. He'll line up in a slot. Dominic on the near side. We'll take a snap here. And all throw all the way. Brendan Cook is going to put a hand on it, and it's going to come right through his hands. And as they say, that drives a wide receiver coach crazy. I'm sure Coach Gio is probably going to have some words after that. But once you put your hands on the ball, you got to catch it. Yeah,
it looked like what he did was when it was coming to his hands, he turned his head to give. He was ready to go outfield. He's got to look it in all the way first, get the reception, and then go.
Yep. Cook normally a sure-handed receiver, but it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Cook will line up to the far side. Dominic in one-on-one coverage, a significant cushion.
Yeah, with no safety.
Broughton takes the snap. He'll give to Singleton. Singleton's over the middle. Cut, a jive, a shake, a dance.
And a first down.
That's just like that. 12 yards and a first down. Sam Singleton starting the show early.
First down, Golden Eagles.
You love to see Sam, even if he's not doing those huge runs, you love to see Sam do what he does best and just generate offense and move the sticks.
Yeah, it puts everybody on, it gets the defense back on its heels. Once he gets going, things start happening. The whole offensive thing starts opening up.
So that brings up 1st and 10 right around midfield. They'll have the ball at about the 47-yard line. This is the Golden Eagles' second possession, moving pretty well so far. Takes a snap, give it. Singleton's got it, found a little bit of a hole, found a way to wriggle through some more, and got about 5, maybe 4.5 on that play. Crosses into Creekside territory, and they'll spot him at the 48-yard line of Creekside. 2nd down and about 6.
Make that 4, yeah. 2nd down and 6.
Broughton will get his instructions from the sideline. They'll stay in that base package in the pistol formation, although they'll add Dakota Rowe on the outside, who's both a blocking and receiving threat. Dominic on the near side of the formation with Bernie in the slot to his left. Broughton in the pistol. Takes a snap, they'll push out, and Broughton's going to take it himself. Broughton did not find the block he was looking for. Sam looked like he held up on the block on that play. That could have been very beneficial. He'll get it back to the line of scrimmage there. 3rd down and about 4. And I'm surprised Sam didn't throw the block on that one, because that would have sprung Sebastian loose for another 4 or 5 yards. Might have gotten a first down on that play, but nonetheless.
Brian, I just want to remind you, you did speak to his mom, and his mom said that the family does watch this. So
hey, you know what? I speak the truth. 3 wide receivers, 3rd down. Broughton, quick throw out to Trace Burney. The speedy freshman is going to get a block and maybe slip through. Didn't quite get the look he was looking for. Now you're in that point where I think you might bring out Conjumani to punt, and I don't think they are. I think they're going to keep the offense on the field. 4th down and 3, just shy of the 45-yard line. Call it the 46 at Creekside, and now at this point, Conjumani is going to come out for the punt.
This part of the field I do agree with.
At this point, go ahead and try to flip the field position if you can. Yeah. Your defense is playing decent, and you got a tight game so far in the first quarter, so it's time winding down here, approaching 30 seconds to go. The Golden Eagles will punt. Number 17, Andrew Kelly, is back deep for Creekside. Jumani will take.
Not very deep. He's about, 20 yards back.
Jumani will punt over his head, and then he's going to retreat, lose ground on that one. They're going to stop him at about the 12-yard line. They'll mark him dead right there. Call it the 13. That turned out to be an excellent punt for Conjumani, flipping the field on that one. And it's 1st down, Creekside now on their own 13. Good kick, good coverage.
Yep.
Now we got the defense to come back and play, so we'll move right away here. Creekside has been doing a lot of no huddle tonight, so they've not really allowed Fleming Island to take many breaths in between plays.
Yeah, it seems like they're very determined to get that running game going, and then they're going to take their shots through the air. But a long field for these guys to drive. Let's get the defense going.
Edwards will be in the pistol. He'll give and faked the zone read. Williams is going to get the ball on that carry, and he's only going to get a couple of yards on that play, get him just across the 15 to about the 16-yard line. Walker Whitten on the stop. Demir Jackson with the assist. 2nd down and 7 or so to go. We'll call it 7.
That's the end of the first quarter.
And that's going to do it for the first quarter of play. Tight first quarter so far. The Golden Eagles have done pretty good. We'll take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, the second quarter of action live from the Rock. You're listening and watching to Golden Eagle Football live here on Florida Sports Broadcasting.
The United Sports Alliance is proud to continue its flag football program. Flag football is a fun, safe, and effective way for boys and girls of every age and skill level to learn the sport. Play is non-contact, and the game format is 5-on-5 with 1 practice and 1 game per week. Flag football is fast, engaging, and fun. The focus is on safe gameplay and teaching players cooperation, accountability, leadership, and positive sportsmanship. For more information, go to the letter U, sportsalliance.org.
Back here for the second quarter of action between Creekside and the Fleming Island Golden Eagles. Creekside backed up to their 13-yard line. Brian Paul alongside the FSB insider James Critch on tonight's broadcast is our guest analyst. Creekside only putting up field goals so far, and the Golden Eagle defense has played well. Wilson Edwards will take a snap. He'll give to Williams, who will come around the left side of the formation. He'll get another couple of yards and get stopped short of the first down. About 3 yards to go. Stop him just shy, right at the 20-yard line. Needs to get to the 23 for a first down. Joel Robinson and Demir Jackson on the stop there. Third down and short.
Third down and 2.
Edwards in the pistol with 3 wide. We'll have Williams right behind him in that pistol. Takes the snap, gives. Comes over the side, and the Golden Eagle defense ate him for lunch.
Good stop, boys.
Pinned him back and got that fourth down stop. Only gained about a yard. Fourth down and 1 for Creekside. And didn't have a Golden Eagle shaken up on the play, but he'll jump right back up. And that was Demir Jackson who was involved in that tackle. And Creekside will punt. Great stop by the Golden Eagle defense. Sebastian Cruz goes back deep to receive at about his 50-yard line.
Again, the defense comes up big.
See if the Golden Eagles can do something with possession here. Creekside taking their time a little bit. Get a snap back, good snap, good punt. That one's going to sky up a little bit and kind of die just before the 45-yard line. Cruz is going to wisely let this one roll. Takes a night bounce. We'll be down at the 44-yard line, 43-yard line actually. And that's where the Golden Eagles will take over some of their best starting field position tonight. So far, so good for the Golden Eagles. They've played pretty solid defense. Creekside, a very capable offense, has not really moved the ball as effectively as they've wanted to. Golden Eagles have had their fair shot. And something else to notice, James, only 1 penalty so far through a quarter or so of play. So
Devon Boykin in at wide receiver.
Mustafa Marshall comes back
back
into the game now. That's his first time. And Boykin comes out for the first time at wide receiver. Broughton will take the snap. He'll give to Marshall. Marshall plows through the hole. He's got a big game. Crossing in the first down into night territory. Down to 35 inside to about the 31-yard line. That's going to be a first down to Golden Eagles. And boy, Mustafa Marshall really adds a changeup.
Yeah, he sure does. When he comes in, I mean, he hits that hole quick. He's not looking to dance. He's looking to move.
Straight downhill runner. Yep. No stopping him once he gets into the open field. 1st and 10 Golden Eagles. And triple wide formation.
First down at the 33.
Marshall will stay with him in the pistol. He'll lean into it. They'll give to Marshall on the outside. He'll run around, set the edge. Very well did Creekside, but he still gets about 2 yards to the 30-yard line. And again, Fleming Island has to do very well when they set the edge on defense. Their running backs have to improvise a little bit, so we've got to get them downhill quick. Second down and about 8. Marking down to the 31-yard line.
Second down and 8.
Call it 2nd and 8, actually, officially. Broughton will go into 3 wide. Mustafa Marshall stays behind him in the pistol.
4 wide for the Golden Eagles.
Actually, they will go 4 wide. And that is Bernie who comes around like the jet. Broughton throws over the middle. That's caught. Boykin's going to get a catch. And he's going to get another first down across the 20 to about the 18-yard line. Great throw and catch by Sebastian Broughton to Boykin on that one. Well, it's good to call his name again. Devain Boykin, we haven't heard much of him lately.
Yeah, hit him right in the numbers. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that Sebastian's going to have to do tonight. When the receivers are open, got to hit him. We got to take advantage of it.
Absolutely. Fleming Island driving right now on the 18-yard line. So far, so good. They're going to stay in 4 wide with a pistol. Broughton gets over, checks in the sidelines, gets the signals, and he's barking out a couple of orders, and then he'll go from here. Takes the snap. He'll give to Marshall. No, he does. Marshall gets corralled from behind, squirts out, takes a shift, moves out. There's a flag on the play. We might get a hold on this one. We'll see what the call is. And Marshall got down to the 10-yard line or so before he was hogtied. See what the penalty is. I fear this may be in the region of holding downfield. We'll get a call here. And that's going to be a block in the back, which is almost as bad, if not worse. So that's going to erase a great gain by Mustafa Marshall. And now that did look like it occurred downfield, so they're only going to get about a 5-yard penalty behind the sticks. 10-yard penalty from the spot, but still remains first down. So they'll start behind the sticks with about first and 15. They'll call it just about the 24-yard line. Broughton with 3 wide. He'll take a snap, fakes, throws out to the flare on Dakota Rowe. There he is, and what a move. Just kind of pushes the guy down and says, get out of my way, please. I'd like to move upfield, and gets down to about the 15-yard line. Dakota Rowe, much taller than the defender who was trying to stop him, that's for sure. What a great frame that he is. It's a nice, wide, big, tall receiver to throw to. And let me tell you, Dakota Rowe is fun to watch.
Yeah, and he's got great hands. And once he gets the ball, he's looking to move downfield. He's not dancing. He's just going.
No, he's basically a freight train with a football. Broughton's going to have him in the formation and 2 wide receivers. Golden Eagles go big. They're going to give to Marshall, who runs over the left side. He tries to churn out a couple more yards. Does get about 2 or 3. We'll call it 2 there, and it brings up 3rd down, and we'll say about 5. They need to get across the 10-yard line to about the 8 to get a first down. This is the deepest penetration that the Golden Eagles have had tonight. They'll stay in that double tight formation right now. 2 wide receivers, Cook on the near side, Dominic in one-on-one on the far side.
And they're playing press coverage on him.
May be able to go over the top. Let's see, Broughton, that's what he's thinking about doing, but he thought about it, tries to wiggle out of the pressure, moves downfield, and doesn't get the first down, gets it to the 10-yard line. Now we have a question mark here, because you're in a decent field goal range at this point on 4th down, but do you go ahead and go for it and try to move the sticks or give up the points, or do you just kick 3 and tie the game up? And Coach Springs is going to leave the offense on the field for now. They're signaling a play I don't see. And they're going to bring Trace Burney into the game, and that's number 72, Kevin Reyes, coming off the field. So they're going to stay on. Offense remains. It's 4th down right here. They can get a first down just across the 10 to about the 12.
They got press coverage on Darian again.
Takes the snap. They're going to give. No, they're going to back this up 5. That's going to be a procedure penalty. It looks like somebody was covered up. And they'll back it up 5. And now I think you're still going to keep the offense on the field either way, because your kicker's not going to come out. Broughton is going to get a play from the sidelines, so they'll stay on the field. And again, without a real solid kicking game, this has been sort of no man's land for the Golden Eagles. They've been sort of forced to go for it here.
Yeah, and I still like the call. Let's be aggressive all night. You know, this game's extremely important, and if the defense is going to play like they have been, go for it.
Timeout on the field. Coach Springs wants to talk about it. So with 6:54 officially to go here in the second quarter, your score is 3-0. The Golden Eagles are driving. We'll stay right here. So with that being said, yeah, this is the hard part that we've been talking about all year, James. And I'm somewhere traveling to a football game this weekend is David Wells, and he's probably going to agree with me when I say this, that the kicking game has been the absolute bane of the existence for Fleming Island. Without a solid kicker to make these short-range field goals, even a 30-yarder right now puts you in a 3-3 game. And, you know, you're looking at it staying neck and neck with the Knights. Now you're almost forced to go for it on 4th and medium, maybe 4th and slightly long, just to see if you can move the sticks.
Yeah, and I mean, I know 2 weeks ago, right before the half, we missed what was it, a 32-yarder?
Yeah, that didn't even cross the.
Yeah.
It might have crossed the goal line, but it was not even going to cross the crossbar. So that's been tough. 3 wide receivers are going to stay in that press coverage as Creekside. Dominic in one-on-one. Broughton's going to take a snap, throwing all the way over the middle. That was nearly intercepted. Number 30, Ian Mooney, the senior linebacker, caught in the middle of the passing lane. Dakota Rowe was open and likely would have gotten a first down, but Broughton did not see that coming. And Creekside turns the ball over. They'll get it just at the 15-yard line, and that's a bum possession. And that goes back to what we were talking about, James, about that lack of field goal kicker. You could have put some surefire points on the board. Now you walk away empty, and your defense trots out.
Yep. Defense is going to carry a lot of weight tonight. I mean, that's what they've been doing all season. They've been opportunistic and taking turnovers. It'd be a great time for one.
Tough break for the Golden Eagle offense. Defense needs to pin their ears back. Creekside in 3 wide. They'll give to, nope, they're going to fake it, and that ball is going to bounce off the turf, incomplete. Edwards had a wide open receiver down there in Nathan Hernandez. Oh, I'm sorry, I stand corrected. At least that's the number we have for him. Nathan Hernandez is number 7. Or is that number 1, Hampton Riedel? Looks there, maybe Hampton Riedel there.
To go to halftime. Halftime to homecoming court.
Approaching 6 minutes to go in the half. Takes the snap. He's got a man downfield, and that's going to be intercepted. And what were we talking about?
That's it.
With the turnover?
That
Caleb
is it.
Singleton. Little brother gets down, then takes the ball right back. First down, Golden Eagles.
All right, we needed it.
Oh, it feels so good to call a turnover. My goodness gracious. We'll have a timeout on the field. That's going to be the mandatory water break, and we're going to take a break with them with 6:37 left to go in the first half. 3-0 Creekside with the lead. Golden Eagles with the ball. You're watching Fleming Island football right here on FSB.
Are you looking for a place to get connected, find community support or purpose? If the answer is yes, River Christian Church is the place for you. In addition to Thursday night and Sunday morning services, RCC offers support groups, youth groups, and events for all ages. RCC is now moving to 3 services on Sunday mornings at 8:30, 10, and 11:30. Are you interested in learning more about RCC's mission, values, and beliefs? River Christian Church is located at 5900 U.S. Highway 17. Stop by, give them a call, or visit riverchristian.church and let them show you how they can be a blessing to you.
Back here at the Rock, we thank our friends at River Christian Church who have a fall festival coming up at the end of October. And sure, everybody would love to enjoy a hayride. I know I would. Bunch formation for Broughton. He's got a deep drop. He's going to come out. Nobody to throw to. He's going to throw late, and this is ill-advised, but Darian Dominic is not going to get it, but they're going to flag it for pass interference.
Love it.
Intended for Darian Dominic.
And I'm sure number 22, Michael Falcori will want that one back because that ball was going to fall harmlessly to the turf, and he interfered with Dominic, who was a head and a half taller than he is.
Yep, that's the matchup we need out there. Give Dominic the chance.
That's going to be a first down.
That's going to move that 15 yards for a first down. The Golden Eagles get the benefit of the penalty, and Broughton was almost ill-advised to throw that ball, but good thing it was in the direction of Dominic, and the jump ball went up, and that's the play as it stands. 1st and 10 now, just shy of the 25-yard line. I'll put it right at the 25. He'll take the snap. Singleton wiggles through the traffic, pushes through. Great blocking by the offensive line.
Gets pushed back.
Gets down to about the 20-yard line, and that'll bring up 2nd down, and we'll call it about 6. Good job by Sam to get into the opening.
Gain is to the 19, 2nd down and 4.
Tayshawn Smith now going to spell Singleton. It's the first time we've seen Tayshawn tonight. Also,
Cresswell is going to lead the
I like Tayshawn's quickness and his cutability out here. I mean, the kid moves.
yeah, so he's very much another change-up between them and Mustafa Marshall. You got great options at running back. 3 wide receivers for Singleton. He'll stay in the pistol with Smith right behind him. Takes the snap. He'll give to Smith. He'll cut out to the outside. Great run, and that's that speed we're talking about. Quick scamper. He breaks a tackle. Maybe another one. Breaks a 3rd tackle. And my goodness, Tayshawn Smith was refusing to get down and gets a first down. That'll be 1st and goal for the Eagles, and here we are again.
Now we have to walk away with points.
Without a doubt, you got to score on this drive. No questions asked. Great run by Tayshawn Smith to scamper downfield. Of the 3 running backs, he is more of the scat back. Mustafa brings power and downhill running, and Sam is the long strides, the big play home run hitter. 3 wide, Cook on the far side. He'll give to Smith, who will cut through, scamper. He's going to get close.
Finding his way through.
Going to get all the way down inside about the 2-yard line. Smith with a big hole. It closed quickly. Creekside with great pursuit to stop him. Otherwise, he would have scored. Feed the beast. Give it to him again.
Yep.
Ball placed at the 3-yard line.
They'll call it down to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Dakota Rowe's going to come in as an extra blocker. As Trace Burney trots off very quickly. Tayshawn Smith will stay in at tailback. You'll have Brendan Cook on the near side. Dominic in one-on-one coverage on the far side of the formation. They've been pressing him hard all night. Creekside will press, keep the receivers close in man-to-man coverage. Staying in the pistol. Broughton will give it. No, he's going to fake. No, Smith is going to dive into the end zone. That's going to be a Fleming Island touchdown.
All right.
Tayshawn Smith with the 3-yard run to pay dirt. And the Golden Eagles score the first TD of the night. They'll take a 6-0 lead with the extra point coming.
Yep. We're determined to get that running game going, and that's why.
Parker Sertivan enters into the lineup for the extra point. That touchdown comes with 4:25 left to go officially in the half. Good snap, good hold. They'll get a penalty on it. Doggone it. Sertivan get it right through the uprights, and they'll flag him. And it looks like they're going to call offsides on Creekside, and they'll move it up.
Creekside. Redo the play.
Boy, you hate to see a kick like that, even though it's a penalty on Creekside.
Yeah.
You hate.
Yeah.
you hold your breath a minute, and you're like, no, that's not what I wanted. Now, in an interesting twist of fate, they're going to move it up and kick the kicking team off the field. They're going to go for 2. And David Wells, where are you tonight? Because it's the debut of the Screaming Eagle formation.
All right, here we go.
The big boys are in the lineup. We've been waiting to see this all year. Oh, boy, David's going to be so upset if they get this 2-point conversion. Screaming Eagle, where are they going? Singleton takes it. He dives in, and that's going to be, wait for the signal, that's going to be 2. And the Screaming Eagle scores the deuce for the Fleming Island Golden Eagles. It's 8-3 with 4:25 left to go in the half. And I'm telling you, David missed the wrong game.
He can watch the replay on YouTube.
He's going to hear me talk about it too. Boy, that's great. That's the first time we've seen that Screaming Eagle Wildcat formation. Singleton takes that snap for 2. That's all set up by the Tayshawn Smith touchdown from 3 yards out. And a great series by the Golden Eagles to get on top. Parker Sertivan will kick off, and the most important part about that possession, James, is that the Golden Eagles will get the ball to start the second half. So
yes, sir.
Got to have a stop on defense. Maybe we can carry some momentum here.
Yeah, so far, Creekside's only had the one drive where they ended up getting the 3. I mean, the defense is playing like we expect them to. So, we came up with a timely interception on that last drive. Let's see what happens here right before we go into half.
And this is a Creekside team that's on a 2-game losing streak, so you got to figure it's playing into their psyche, especially onto the road tonight. Sertivan marches up. He'll send the kick off. That one's going to go nice and deep. Will be fielded at about the 7-yard line. Got a good window, and that's going to go. And Creekside's done this before. Oh, my goodness. We got a good tackle right there. Oh, boy. Caleb Singleton got the initial stop. Number 17, Andrew Kelly on the return. Sertivan had to help with the stop. Creekside's brought one back to the house before, and you definitely have to be covering on kicks or the Knights will take it home.
Creekside will have it in Fleming Island territory.
They start in plus territory. The 46-yard line is where Creekside will start, and that's not what you wanted to do against a team that you've pinned back so far. 4 wide receivers in the formation. In the pistol goes Wilson Edwards.
Edwards brings the offense to the line of scrimmage.
He'll take the snap. He'll give, fake, throw it right over the middle. That ball was nearly intercepted, but a great tackle into the open field. The reception's credited to number 5, Brendan McMillan will receive that. Creekside goes no huddle, and they get the first down. They do not stop very much on offense. They will run tempo. Edwards will take the snap. Williams will get that, breaks into the open field, and he's going to get tackled crossing the 20. Now they're going to tack on additional yardage. He might have gotten for a face mask or a horse collar on that one. Either way, it was not the proper way to tackle somebody fundamentally, and they'll flag it.
Yeah, we're not. That was a face mask on that one, and it's going to move him in closer to the goal.
Nicky Williams on the carry. He's been the workhorse of this Creekside offense.
It looks like they're picking it up.
They're going to wave that flag off. Nonetheless, it's going to be a first down. They'll get it at the 12-yard line. First and 10 for Creekside. Williams will stay behind Edwards. They've got trips to the left of the formation. Get a snap. Williams will get it. They'll plug the jug. No, they won't. He's going to squirt through. That's a Creekside touchdown. No, they're going to spot him short. I guess they saw his knee was down. It looks like he broke the plane.
They're going to mark him short.
But they're going to get a first down. First and goal for Creekside. Williams just short of pay dirt on that one, and the Fleming Island defense had no answer for it. They'll go tempo. 3 wide. Expect a... Yep, they give it to Wade. No, they're going to fake. Edwards is in trouble. He's going to get hit. They can't stop him, and then he walks into the end zone for a Creekside touchdown.
The backfield and scores for Creekside.
And that hurts.
Yeah, it looked like Walker had him stopped in the backfield, and they just, like they all got tangled up, and they broke through, and he kept fighting.
The Knights make the most out of the shortened field and score very quickly. That drive started on the Fleming Island 46. They drive 46 yards in just a few plays to get the touchdown, and right now it's sitting at 9-8 with the extra point coming. Snap down, hold up, kick is up, and that is good. And Creekside now leads 10-8 with 3:16 to go in the half. And just a bum drive on that one, James. What can you do but other than pin your ears back, and they ate them alive.
Yeah, they sure did. They had that quick seam route there that got them some good yardage early on. Like I said, it looked like Walker had them caught for a loss in the backfield, but they kept fighting and got in there.
Fleming Island's touchdown came off of an interception by Caleb Singleton. It's the first time that we've had an interception earlier in the game. They've had some pivotal moments late. They've only got 3 picks on the year. That's the 4th interception. And they got points off the turnover, which is very important. That's why the game sits at 10-8 right now. Screaming Eagle made its debut and got 2 points on that play, but then Creekside marches right down after returning the kickoff to the Fleming Island 46 and a quick score, and here we are. Ronald Derek-Jotty will come right back out to kick, and back deep you'll have Caleb Singleton, and it appears to be Mustafa Marshall also back deep. Singleton, the deeper of the two, he sits at the 10. 3:16 to go in the half. Kick is away. That one's going to go deep. That will likely sail into the end zone for a touchback, and that's exactly what will happen. They'll move out to the 20-yard line. It's not the worst Fleming Island field position to start out with, but they've had better days so far, taking advantage of some good punt returns.
Yeah, I believe we just got to keep running the ball, and then when Sebastian sees the opportunity to take the shot with a receiver, go ahead and do it. But we got plenty of time. 3:16 at the 20-yard line, all timeouts. We got plenty of time to put a touchdown on for going to the half. And like you said earlier, we get the ball at the start of the second half. So points right now would be crucial, and then starting the second half with the ball in the offense's hand.
Both teams took a timeout this half, so they do have 2 remaining. So they will have a little bit to work with, stoppage of time. But if you're Fleming Island right now, you get the ball to start the half, so you want to get it in the end zone and then come back and get it again. Very important drive. They'll go to the bunch to the right of Broughton. Singleton in the pistol. They'll give to Singleton. He runs straight up the middle. They're going to fake it. I didn't even see the fake. That got me. Broughton runs out. He crosses the line of scrimmage, gets slung down after about 3 or 4 yards. Broughton's fake was so good, I didn't even see that he gave up the ball. So that's going to get about 3, maybe 4 yards. They're going to mark him just about the 25-yard line. Actually, got about 5.
2nd down and 6.
And if you notice, while he was rolling to his right, he was looking in Darian's direction. So they're looking to take their shots downfield tonight.
Dominic has a significant size advantage over the cornerback that's covering him right now. Right now, he's got a significant cushion as well.
Yeah.
3 wide receivers to the left of the formation with Dominic on the far side. Takes the snap, throws. There's Dominic wide open, sitting down on that one right at the first down marker. They get to the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Great throw and catch.
Down, Golden Eagles.
Just like you draw it up, just pitch and catch, move the sticks is all you can do. Dominic's a sure-handed receiver. Let him do the rest if he needs to. Clock will stop with 2.5 minutes to go. 70 yards to pay dirt here with 2 timeouts in your pocket. 3 wide receivers to the left of Broughton in the formation. Dominic again on the far side.
Split out for the Golden Eagles.
It's like Brendan Cook on the near side here. Takes a snap. They're going to give to Singleton, who runs downhill, still on his feet. And then they're going to finally stop his forward progress across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Good run by Sam Singleton to come across the line of scrimmage and just keep driving those legs. Singleton not the most powerful running back in the backfield, but he can get a full head of steam there and continue moving that pile. 2nd down and about 6-yard gain.
Yeah, Sam needs a small crease and he can take it to the house.
They'll stay 3 wide in the pistol. Broughton takes a snap. No giving this time. Sam will block, and then he'll fake. Broughton's throwing. He's got Trace Burney. Here we go again. Oh, my gosh. Trace Burney, let me tell you what, man. This guy is a big playmaker. Patient look. Played center field on that one, James, and just caught it.
That was beautiful. Adjusted on the ball, came back, caught high pointed it, caught it with both hands. Kind of similar to last week.
That's a freshman, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to be here for quite some time. 1st and 10 for the Golden Eagles at the 19-yard line. Trace Burney made that sensational catch last week against Mandarin to set up the game-winning drive. Broughton will go to 3 wide receivers. Cook on the near side, 3 to the right of the formation. Dominic at the edge of the formation. Dakota Rowe now in at wide out. Takes the snap. Gives to Singleton. Broughton running for his life. He got sacked.
Broughton will be tackled in the backfield.
I'm not sure if that was going to be an RPO or not, but now we got a flag on this one, and this is the part where we got to worry about the offensive line being aggressive. That's Braden Cunningham, who has been caught in more than one kerfluffle this season with a flag involved. Let's see what the call is here. Yes, I said kerfluffle.
I was just going to say I've not heard that one before.
Kerfluffle, Kofi Salonga, either way it's going to come out funny when I'm doing play-by-play, man. That was for Shoeless Joe Anderson, if you happen to be watching tonight. Should be on the sidelines against First Coast, or coaching at First Coast, but he's got a bum ankle. That's going to be a personal foul penalty called against the Knights, and it will give Fleming Island another first down, just shy of the 10-yard line, the market at the 11, so 1st and 10. Actually, no, I stand corrected. It's first down. They repeat that because that was a dead ball penalty, so it's 1st and 1 from the 11.
2nd down.
Officials will wind the clock into play.
2nd and 1.
No, they do call it. The down did count. They're going to give to Singleton. In either case, he's going to bounce out, try to move that for that first down. Might have lost a yard on the play. And he definitely did. Did not quite get back to the line of scrimmage. Got a timeout called here. And we'll see if Fleming Island actually called this timeout or if Creekside did so. 3rd down and call it 3, and that is a charge timeout to the Golden Eagles with a minute 3 left to go in the first half. And a wild one nonetheless. Creekside coming back. If you just joined us, got the ball to start on the Fleming Island 46-yard line. Scored very quickly in tempo to take a 10-8 lead. On the ensuing drive, Fleming Island has had a couple of great pitch and catches. Darian Dominic getting a solid first down. Trace Burney making a huge reception, adjusting to the football and getting us to where we are right now. 3rd down and 3 at about the 14-yard line. Fleming Island can get a first down just across the 10-yard line. And then they'll have 4 more shots. And 1 more timeout to burn here in a 2-point ball game. Fleming Island kicked off to start the first half, and they will receive the second half kickoff, which is why points on this drive are very important.
Crucial. And obviously, like we were talking earlier about the kicking game, you know, we're looking for 6 on this drive.
They're going to spread the formation wide. Burney and Cook will be to the left of the formation. Dominic and one-on-one on the right side. See if they can throw that over the top. Pistol formation. Singleton will be back. They fake to Singleton, and then Broughton runs into trouble. He's in the grasp, and that's going to do it. He's going to knock him down at the 19-yard line, and Sebastian Broughton just could not get away. They'll stop the clock right here.
Timeout called on the field.
See who calls this one if Creekside does so on defense to try to see if they can get it. No, Fleming Island will call their last offensive timeout. 4th down and long here. They've got to move to get a first down if they want to extend this drive, because at this point, kicking is not much of an option.
Yeah, to be honest with you, Brian, I didn't really like that call. Rather have the ball in Sam's hands, let him go. They're trying to, you can see that defense is trying to shut down the edge, not let us get outside. I'd rather have Sam running up in between the tackles than having Sebastian go on the outside.
I'm surprised they've not tried a screen at this point.
Yeah.
If you're going to get jailbreak pressure from either side, let him through.
Yep.
And throw underneath to Singleton or to, put Mustafa in there. Mustafa has had a couple of great throws and catches gotten to him on some screen plays.
And ultimately, it'll end up slowing that pass rush down a little bit.
Yeah. Keep them honest right there, make them creep up a little bit, and then play the over-the-top game a little more. They'll go to a bunch formation, and then they'll split it up.
I like Dakota Rowe right here. I don't know why, but we'll see.
See if they can get him here. Broughton will drop back. He's got pressure on the outside. He's going to roll out of the pocket, and then he's going to throw back over the middle. That's Singleton caught. First down. He gets tackled. Did he get across the plane of the goal line? They're going to score a touchdown.
There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Sam Singleton Show makes its debut tonight My favorite show to watch on Friday night, Broughton to Singleton for the Golden Eagle touchdown with 44 seconds to play.
Broughton dumps the pass to Singleton. He makes it the
That was an
rest of the
improvised
way to
play,
the end
outright.
zone.
Can't argue with it. Broughton was trying to run upfield, saw Singleton open, and was really only trying to get a first down. But like you said, James, give Sam the ball in space, and he does the
He'll
rest.
make plays. But the big thing on that is Sebastian had his eyes downfield. Even while he was scrambling, he was still looking for the opportunity to throw the ball.
Sertivan kicks the point after, drives it through,
That's good.
and just like that, the Fleming Island Golden Eagles have marched back on top with 44 seconds to go. It's 15-10 here at the Rock on homecoming night.
Creekside 10.
Let's take a quick 30-second timeout, catch our breath after that series, and when we come back, we'll round out the first half. You're watching Fleming Island Golden Eagle football on FloridaSportsBroadcasting.com and our YouTube channel.
Mr. Chubby's Wings are more than just wings. With a great food and beverage selection, Mr. Chubby's is the home of the original Fleming Island Happy Hour, Monday through Friday, 4 to 7 p.m. You can catch all your favorite sporting events on the numerous TVs, including all Fleming Island football games on FSB. Before or after the game, Mr. Chubby's has you covered, and they're only 0.8 of a mile from the Fleming Island High School campus. You can order online at MrChubby'sWings.com or call 904-272-WINGS. And while you're at it, let Mr. Chubby's cater your next event. Call 904-272-WINGS.
Back here at the Rock with the waning seconds of the first half, Brian Paul alongside the FSB insider James Critz, our guest analyst tonight. Ray Canaveri running the camera tonight. David Wells on assignment. We miss him. He'll be back. But we're happy to have James with us on the broadcast. Parker Sertivan runs up, puts toe to leather, and kicks that short. That's going to get caught around the 17-yard line. Number 14, Eros Tuffer, the wide receiver, the sophomore. And he'll get stopped at the 35-yard line. They'll plug the jug there, and Fleming Island not allowing another big return in this instance as the kick was designed to be a little pooched. I can't say I blame them. 1st and 10 for Creekside. They've got a pair of timeouts left. They banked theirs, didn't use them on defense, and Fleming Island scored nonetheless. Let's see if they can maybe squeeze something in here or if the Golden Eagles can put a nail in it for the first half.
Yeah, as quickly as they drove down on us on their last possession, I'm looking to see these guys take another shot, try and get it downfield.
Wouldn't surprise me if that's the case. Trips to the left of the formation, Wilson Edwards in shotgun. He takes the snap, pressure on the outside, steps up into the pocket, got a way to throw, man downfield, that's caught, and then stopped immediately at the 35-yard line. That's number 3, Ashton Reynolds, the junior, wide open, nobody covering him. And again, here they got busted down that route. It's happened more than once in the middle of the formation. Creekside runs tempo here.
Yeah, actually, number 14 was wide open as well. They had 2 downfield wide open.
And we got a stoppage of play here. Looks like Creekside's going to call a timeout with 15 seconds left to go in the half. Boy, I tell you what, Fleming Island has got to make an adjustment on that. Otherwise, they're going to continue to get burned all night.
Yeah, it's been a season-long problem with the secondary. The front 7, we know what to expect from them. If they're going to stop the run, they're going to make plays. But the backfield tends to give up too many big plays. Been fighting it all season. Actually got kind of exposed against the Ricker Raiders early on in the season.
Yeah, they did. And that's something that the team has been watching the film. They see it all the time. Officially, the clock stops, 15 seconds left to go here. Fleming Island out of timeouts. Creekside is down to their last timeout. They'll have that in their pocket if they need it. They can pretty much open the playbook on this. They don't have to throw downfield just yet. Nicky Williams has been the mainstay. Hasn't really broken much yet, but he did score Creekside's only touchdown. Head coach Sean McIntyre out onto the field having a jaw session with the officials. I'm not sure what all that's about. Oh, they're actually going to put more time on the clock. They said that they called the timeout with 24 seconds on the clock. So not 15, but 24 on the game clock. The officials are still having a conference right now. Coach McIntyre will now get an official word from the White Hat, and then we'll move on. So 24 on the clock now. We've got all that sorted. And they'll go back to Fleming Island sidelines and explain same. We're not ready to resume play just yet, as Coach Springs is now hearing the same story that Coach McIntyre just heard. Great crowd tonight for homecoming. We're looking forward to seeing Eagle Band 1 joined tonight by Fleming Island Golden Eagle alumni in a joint halftime show. Clock will start at the ready for play, so the clock is moving. Take a snap. Creekside over the middle. Here we go again, and that's going to be a Creekside touchdown. Three times tonight that's happened. Brendan McMillan over the top, over the middle, and over the goal line.
And it's the same route. It's the same route that they're completing. It's like a skinny post.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're really not doing anything different, and Fleming Island's just eating it. 16-15 right now. That two-point conversion is actually looming pretty large for the Golden Eagles when you think about it.
Yep.
Especially since they got to stop early and held them to 3. So 14 seconds left in the first half. Creekside to attempt the extra point. High snap. That gets down. Kick up and good. Nothing doing on that, and that is a score of 17-15 with just a few ticks left. James, so far, what are your thoughts of the first half?
The offense is there. We're running the ball. We're taking our shots downfield when it presents itself. Sebastian's trying to get loose, but he's still got his eyes downfield looking for the opportunity. The defense here, the secondary, giving up the same. That was the same pass pattern that they ran on the last 2 drives. It's like at some point we've got to be able to make adjustments a lot quicker.
I would agree with that assessment. I'm liking what I'm seeing with the offense. Defense is actually playing really well too. Now they got to fix that seam route, skinny post, whatever. If 3 times you get burned on that, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I'm going to sack your quarterback. Fool me 3 times, boy, we got a different ballgame we're talking about. So got to get that fixed really quick. Ronald Derek-Jotti, the senior kicker, will put toe to leather here in the last little bit of the first half. Glad you're joining us tonight on FloridaSportsBroadcasting.com and on the YouTube channel. That will sail harmlessly into the end zone for a touchback. No deposit, no return. Put the ball on the 20. I expect at this point Fleming Island will just come out in victory formation and call it a half since they're going to get the ball to start the third anyway.
Yeah, agreed. The one thing to look at that clock with 14 seconds left, they got the ball after Fleming kicked off with 37 seconds?
About 37, yeah.
And it took, 3 plays to go down and score?
That's how quickly Creekside can move.
Yep.
And that's something that Fleming – and they run tempo when they get big chunk yardage. So they need to stop playing with their hands on their hips and back in their heels, dig in and move the ball forward. They need another turnover. Caleb Singleton with a wonderful interception, and that's why Fleming Island's in this game right now at 17-15.
Yep.
Broughton will bring the troops out for at least one more snap that we know of, and they're not going to go in victory. They're going to go ahead and try something here, so we'll see what they got. No timeouts. And
timeout on the field.
Creekside
Creekside
will take their final timeout. It looks like the Fleming Island played a game of peekaboo to see if they could get him to burn the timeout. But you can't take him with them either way, so we'll keep it right here. I'm shocked that they lined up to try to run a play.
I was curious if they were looking to see if they had single coverage on Darien again, but this time they actually had 2 safeties deep, so it looked like it kind of changed maybe the play that they were going to do. But Creekside's going to make an adjustment to it. And they said, see the formation. Maybe this will be the time where they take the knee here.
We'll see what Coach Springs decides to do here with the last 14 seconds. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they wanted to take a shot initially, at least show that much. We'll see what the final verdict is here. In a good first half and a tight one, 17-15. If you're just joining us so far, you have missed a dandy.
There we go.
A couple of great games here at the Rock in the last 2 weeks. And this one for the first half has been worth watching. Golden Eagles going to stay in it. Broughton's going to drop back. He's going to try to throw a heave-ho, and he's not going to get a chance out of the pocket. And here goes Broughton. Oh, my goodness. He's got time on the clock, too. Gets out of bounds with about 4 seconds to go near midfield. And if anything, that actually sets up a good Hail Mary pass now.
Yep.
That's going to be a first down.
Broughton moves downfield for his biggest gain of the night. They cross into Creekside territory. No, they're just short of it. 49-yard line in minus territory. And now we're going to see what Coach Springs dials up with 4 seconds to go.
My mistake.
Shout out to Coach Bruce Cloud, the PA announcer, and also the head golf coach. Thought we were playing Canadian football for a minute and called it the 51-yard line.
Just so you know, this is not Canadian football.
And he just said that on the PA, if you happen to hear it. So that's my man right there. We love Coach Cloud. 4 wide receivers. Broughton's going to step up to the pocket. got a little bit of running room. Great protection all day to throw, and then he just says forget it. He's going to run it himself. That's going to do it for the first half, and Broughton tries to slide. What was that? I'm not sure what he was thinking. He tried to slide and then decided he was going to plant his hand on the turf and come running. My goodness gracious, an interesting end to the half. It's homecoming night. Anything goes on Friday Night Lights. With that said, we'll take a couple of commercial messages, come briefly and recap the first half, and then enjoy the halftime festivities. You're watching Golden Eagle football live on Florida Sports Broadcasting.
The United Sports Alliance is proud to continue its flag football program. Flag football is a fun, safe, and effective way for boys and girls of every age and skill level to learn the sport. Play is non-contact and the game format is 5-on-5 with one practice and one game per week. Flag football is fast, engaging, and fun. The focus is on safe gameplay and teaching players cooperation, accountability, leadership, and positive sportsmanship. For more information, go to the letter U, sportsalliance.org. The next broadcast on FSB takes place next Thursday night as Fleming Island heads to Gainesville to take on View Holes. Florida Sports Broadcasting will bring you all the action, beginning with the pregame show at 6:45. Kickoff that night is 7 p.m. Don't miss it, Thursday, October 27th, as Fleming Island takes on View Holes. The game can be seen on the FloridaSportsBroadcasting.com website or on the Florida Sports Broadcasting YouTube channel. By the way, all games can be seen on demand by going to the FloridaSportsBroadcasting.com website and going to the Watch section of the menu. The United Sports Alliance is proud to continue its flag football program. Flag football is a fun, safe, and effective way for boys and girls of every age and skill level to learn the sport. Play is non-contact and the game format is 5-on-5 with one practice and one game per week. Flag football is fast, engaging, and fun. The focus is on safe gameplay and teaching players cooperation, accountability, leadership, and positive sportsmanship. For more information, go to the letter U, sportsalliance.org.
Halftime here at The Rock on homecoming night. Creekside has a 17-15 lead over your Golden Eagles. Brian Paul alongside the FSB's insider James Critch coming out from writing articles tonight and to actually talk to us here on the broadcast. We appreciate you pitching relief tonight as David Wells is away on assignment doing the wonderful work he does in recruiting for college football. Ray Canaveri on the camera tonight doing a wonderful job. We appreciate Ray doing that for us tonight. Jack Burnett normally here on the sidelines tonight, but he is also on assignment, so we are slim, lean, and mean this evening, but we've got plenty of people stepping up, and we appreciate you on the broadcast tonight. Good ball game, James. This has really turned out to be quite the contest after a half of play.
Yeah, the parts, the positive things is the Eagles are, getting the running game going. As I said earlier, Sebastian is looking to make plays downfield. He's got the ability to break out and run. He's got the legs. I mean, when he gets up and going, he's running like a deer. But, the one thing about the defense is that secondary. Like earlier we were talking about, Creekside got the ball with 34 seconds left, and it took them 20 seconds to go half the length of the field and put 6 up on the board. So, they got to make some sort of adjustments in that secondary. The front 7 are there. They're not letting Creekside get that running game going. Just got to keep pounding the ball for Fleming Island, and when it comes to opportunity, when the plays are there, we've got to be able to make them. And so far, we've been doing that. It's just a defense, that secondary has me a little bit nervous right now.
Yeah, that over-the-top seam route has just been an absolute dagger for Creekside, and it's what's kept them in the game. Yeah. So it's homecoming night here, and we'll keep the picture over on the homecoming court tonight. But beyond that, it's been a great football game, and we're looking forward to a very exciting second half coming up. Hopefully we'll see if we can open up the scoreboard a little bit. Fleming Island has proven they can do it, and we want to make sure that we're paying attention to the that seam route. That's just unbelievable. what they're doing. So I do want to give a quick shout out to a fellow broadcaster, Noah Schlicksup. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but you can correct me, my friend. Noah, believe it or not, is a 15-year-old student at Creekside High School who does an audio broadcast of their football games.
Oh, wow.
Noah is a pretty talented young man and unfortunately is not here tonight. He would normally be, but he is recovering from some surgery himself and was not able to make the trip tonight to Creekside. We had spoken to him outside and would possibly may have had him join him on the halftime show here to do a little bit of a crossover to talk about some of the exciting things he's doing, not only as a student, but as a broadcaster. And we want to shout out at Schlick Sports on Twitter and wish him well. Noah, we appreciate you being out there covering high school football. It's an underserved community, and we appreciate you being a part of the greater community of media professionals who are doing what we're doing here at Florida Sports Broadcasting, putting a highlight on these wonderful athletes here in Northeast Florida. With that said, we'll keep it locked right here so you can enjoy the halftime festivities in the homecoming court. Eagle Band 1 on the field, and they'll play a joint halftime show with some alumni from Fleming Island High School's past. You're watching Golden Eagle football live here on Florida Sports Broadcasting. The second half comes up in just a bit.
Representing the junior class of 2024, your Prince, Roman Malakon. We are lucky to have two princesses this year representing the class of 2024. Our first princess is Ella Nagy, escorted by Michael Nagy, her dad. Our other princess representing the class of 2024 is Haley Bracken, escorted by her mom, Stacy Bracken. Representing the senior class of 2023, our first prince, Joseph Chinette. Joining the class of 2023, our first princess, Trinity Craig, escorted by her dad, Kevin Craig. Our second prince for the senior class of 2023, Harrison Palmer. And the princess representing the class of 2023, Fallon Hoyt, escorted by her dad, Ken Hoyt. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you have been waiting for. Drum line, could I get a drum roll, please? Your 2023 Homecoming King, Joseph Chinette. And every king needs a queen. Drumline, one more drum roll, please. Your homecoming queen, Fallon Hoyt. Please give it up for your homecoming court this year, ladies and gentlemen. Homecoming 2022.
At this time, we would like to invite the EBO alumni to join the current Eagle Band 1 on the field. If you would, please stand while current and former EBO members perform our school's alma mater under the direction of inaugural band director, Mr. Bert Creswell. Help us out by clapping along to our very own fight song. everyone hopes you enjoyed the halftime and hope you'll stick around for post-game and their competition show Lilibet. Happy homecoming!
Are you looking for a place to get connected, find community support or purpose? If the answer is yes, River Christian Church is a place for you. In addition to Thursday night and Sunday morning services, RCC offers support groups, youth groups, and events for all ages. RCC is now moving to 3 services on Sunday mornings at 8:30, 10, and 11:30. Are you interested in learning more about RCC's mission, values, and beliefs? River Christian Church is located at 5900 U.S. Highway 17. Stop by, give them a call, or visit riverchristian.church and let them show you how they can be a blessing to you. Mr. Chubby's Wings are more than just wings. With a great food and beverage selection, Mr. Chubby's is the home of the original Fleming Island Happy Hour, Monday through Friday, 4 to 7 p.m. You can catch all your favorite sporting events on the numerous TVs, including all Fleming Island football games on FSB. Before or after the game, Mr. Chubby's has you covered, and they're only 0.8 of a mile from the Fleming Island High School campus. You can order online at MrChubby'sWings.com or call 904-272-WINGS. And while you're at it, let Mr. Chubby's cater your next event. Call 904-272-WINGS. Many people make the Fleming Island football team a success, and one of those is the Fleming Island Golden Eagle Football Club and the many fine local businesses that contribute to the program. Some of those businesses include Poochie's Park, which can be found at poochiepark.com. Keiko Roofing. For more information, go to keikoroofing.com, and by Hibernia Baptist Church of Fleming Island, hiberniabaptist.org. Florida Sports Broadcasting salutes the many local businesses who support academics and athletics in our community. We hope you're enjoying tonight's broadcast on Florida Sports Broadcasting. Make sure you like FSB on Facebook and Twitter, and don't forget to subscribe to the Florida Sports Broadcasting YouTube channel. If you have a business and would like to market your goods or services during our broadcast, email us at info@floridasportsbroadcasting.com. We're streaming from the Sunshine State, Florida Sports Broadcasting. Many people make the Fleming Island football team a success, and one of those is the Fleming Island Golden Eagle Football Club and the many fine local businesses that contribute to the program. Some of those businesses include Southeast Orthopedic Specialists of Fleming Island. Find them at se-ortho.com. Seahag Marina. For more information, go to seahag.com. And Ferguson Waterworks of Jacksonville. Check them out at ferguson.com. Florida Sports Broadcasting salutes the many local businesses who support academics and athletics in our community. We hope you're enjoying tonight's broadcast on Are you looking for a place to get connected, find community support or purpose? If the answer is yes, River Christian Church is a place for you. In addition to Thursday night and Sunday morning services, RCC offers support groups, youth groups, and events for all ages. RCC is now moving to 3 services on Sunday mornings at 8:30, 10, and 11:30. Are you interested in learning more about RCC's mission, values, and beliefs? River Christian Church is located at 5900 U.S. Highway 17. Stop by, give them a call, or visit riverchristian.church and let them show you how they can be a blessing to you.
We're back here live at the Rock. Homecoming halftime festivities are in the books, and we're ready to resume play here with a score of Creekside 17, Fleming Island 15. Brian Paul alongside the FSB insider James Critch for the second half. Glad you're joining us tonight on FloridaSportsBroadcasting.com and our YouTube channel. Here we go with the second half kick. Fleming Island will receive that line drive, and that's going to be picked up on the bounce. Caleb Singleton's going to field it, and he's retreating slightly. They will mark him down at the 14-yard line. He picked it up just around the 5 and ran it for about 9 yards, and that's where Fleming Island will start. Well, Sebastian Broughton thought about throwing that deep pass again. We thought about having another exciting finish to a half, but he ran out, and that was the last play from scrimmage for Fleming Island. So they'll start out on offense here, down 2.
Timothy Lawrence, Michael Zire, Ethan Williams.
3 wide receivers here.
Offensive line.
Sam Singleton returns back at running back.
Number 19, the H-back.
Sebastian Broughton in pistol. He'll take it, gives it to Sam, finds a hole in the middle. Nice gain. Probably get about 5 yards.
Singleton gets across the 15, down to about the 17.
And we have an injured player on the field, and we'll see if we can get a number on that one. That looks like
51, Timothy Lawrence.
Let me see if we can get a better look on that one. Timothy Lawrence is in the game here. That's thought I might have seen a flash of either Timothy Lawrence or
player down on the field.
Michael Zire. And we'll see if we can get a quick look on that one real quick. And no, Zire is up and walking around, number 52. So we have a feeling that may be T.J. Lawrence. He is a University of South Florida commit. Made his commitment to the Bulls, known on social media earlier this season.
Hate to see that because they're going right to his knee, checking the stability of it.
That's not a good sign for the senior. We'll tell you what, we'll take we'll leave it right here for a second as they've got him to his feet. I thought they were going to take any longer. And yeah, that is unfortunate. T.J. Lawrence
Timothy Lawrence
will walk with some assistance. And yeah, it looks like that was definitely a knee injury. So we will be keeping an eye on his prognosis, but that may or may not do it for him for the rest of the game. So, and I did see number 72, Kevin Reyes, trot out in substitution. So while they get Lawrence off the field, and he does not have his helmet on his head, so he's definitely in some pain right now. They'll get him over to the training table, and we'll see what we can do from there. So second down and about 6 for the Golden Eagles. Coming up on about the 11:40 mark here in the third quarter. Start of the second half here. We'll wind it back into play, and here we go. 3 wide receivers for Broughton. Dominic is going to come across the formation. Singleton will get the fake. Dominic will throw underneath, takes the swing pass, dances a little bit, gets a couple of yards, out to about the 20-yard line. So a decent gain for Darian Dominic, kind of using him any way that they can. Third down and about 2 yards. They need to get to around about the 22-yard line for the first down. I like the concept of using Dominic in different situations, but I'm not sure if I like that particular one.
Yeah, you at least try it. You try to get the ball into the playmaker's hands as much as you possibly can. So,
without a doubt, he goes to wide on the near side. They'll give to Singleton, who will plow forward, scampers out, gets a first down, crosses the 30 to the 35. Mark him down to the 30s, about the 36-yard line over left tackle, and gets a first down for the Golden Eagles, and that's what he's built for. You can't argue with production like that, and he's had some good production tonight. They'll spot the ball just outside of the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Golden Eagles. Brendan Cook will line up with Darian Dominic and Trace Burney. Cook on the near side of the formation. Dominic out wide with a cushion. They're not playing press coverage this series. Broughton takes the snap. Drops back, he's got a good pocket. He'll step up, he's looking to throw, and then he can't find his receiver. Now he double clutches and throws. That's complete.
That's Dakota
Rowe, and we've been waiting for Dakota Rowe to get into the ballgame tonight. He catches it right about the 40-yard line of Creekside, and another Golden Eagle first down. Broughton on the improvisation plays has been able to look his receivers downfield, throw them open.
Yep. If you watch him while he's rolling around in the pocket, he's keeping his eyes downfield. He's looking for the shot.
That's definitely what he's been doing tonight, and it's much improved over the last couple of weeks with his patience and his eyes downfield. 3 wide for Broughton now in the pistol. They'll give it to Singleton, who cuts over to the right side of the formation, busts a hole. He gets hit, pushed out of bounds.
Inside the 35-yard
Just crosses the 35-yard line and put him down about the 34-yard line or so. Second down and round about 5.
Sure looked like he got further than that, didn't it?
Guess if these.
See where they got him marked?
Yeah. Tough to tell from this distance, but nonetheless, a solid gain from Singleton, who's been producing all night long. 3 wide receivers again. They'll stay in that sort of base package. Dakota Rowe will come in as a tight end to the left side. Broughton shouting some instructions to his offensive line, goes back into the pistol. Takes the snap, gives it to Singleton up the middle. What a nice big hole. The offensive line did a fantastic job opening that one, and that's a first 10. Just shy of the 25, called the 26-yard line, and another Golden Eagle first down.
If they can't stop it, stay with it.
Run it until they can't. That's right. Run between the tackles, shove it down their throat. They're doing a pretty good job of that so far. So another Golden Eagle first down. They're moving the sticks very well under the 10-minute mark here in the third quarter in a 2-point ball game.
They got Mustafa Marshall in the backfield.
Always a good change-up. Here comes Marshall. Here's going to give. Finds that hole. Gets about 4, maybe 4.5. And another solid run. That's the one thing about Mustafa Marshall is that he provides you with that change-up that Singleton doesn't, and that's that straight downhill running in your face. You better tackle me now or I'm gone.
Second down and 7.
We call it a gain of 3. Second down and 7. Approaching the 9-minute mark here. So far, good sustained drive by this Golden Eagle offense, and their defense, I'm sure, appreciates it. 3 wide receivers. Cook on the outside. Oh, high snap. They give to Mustafa. Nope, changes his mind.
Make something out of nothing.
Broughton actually took that and ran with it. He's going to score, and they're going to get a penalty flag. Doggone it on the improvisation play. Broughton had the high snap, thought about giving it to Marshall, picked it back up, ran it with himself all the way to pay dirt, and then you got a flag on the play. I think they're going to call this an illegal block downfield. Flag came out about the 5-yard line. It looks like Broughton got enough for the first down, so it would still be first down, but they'll take the points off the board. Let's see what the call is here.
Way to make something out of nothing there for Sebastian.
That was a fantastic run. He's really been paying attention to the scene downfield and making the most of it. They will call a hold on Fleming Island. They will still keep the ball and get first down out of it, so it won't be an entire runoff.
Foul on the call brings the ball back to the 15-yard line, but that's going to be
mark it down. Yep, they're going to mark it right down at to the 15-yard line. So damage is done on the penalty. Basically call it a 15-yard penalty because the points come off the board. They'll stay 3 wide receivers. Dakota Rowe to the right side in tight end. Broughton will have Marshall in the pistol. Takes the snap, drops back. He's going to look. He's got no worries, and now he's got an open receiver in the back of the end zone. That's a touchdown.
Pass cut, touchdown.
Kaboom! I can't see who it is from here. It looks like it might have Dominic. Darian Dominic with another huge catch in the end zone, and the Fleming Island offense marches down the field, shakes off the penalty, and gets into the end zone to take the lead with about 8:40 to go in the third quarter. Keep wanting to say first. Locked into this game all of a sudden. So Parker Sertivan comes in to kick the extra point. Score sits at 21-7, and the officials will waive the time to stop for a second. And do we have a problem counting here? All right, back to work we go. And Parker Sertivan will get the extra point out of the hold of Dakota Rowe.
Dakota Rowe to hold Parker Sertivan.
Good snap, good hold, kick up. That's a chip shot that falls opposite.
No good.
And they might have gotten a hand on that one. So now this is the part where that 2-point conversion weighs very heavily.
Yep.
That's almost like taking the gamble, getting the extra points now, putting one in your back pocket in case you get one blocked or missed, and in this case, you've got a little of both. 21-7, your new score with 8:40 to go in the third quarter. Great drive by the Golden Eagles to march 80 yards down the field, capped off with a Sebastian Broughton pass to Darian Dominic, landing in the back of the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, heck of a way to start the second half, Brian. I mean, that's what we needed. And the one thing we've mentioned, both of us, a couple times is when he is rolling around in the backfield, he is looking down. He's looking to pass first, not run, and I love it.
Yeah, he's spent a lot more time in patience, and he's managing the game much better. And this is something that we've been watching him throughout the season and even last year. How would he manage the game? How would he take advantage of situations? Would he go for the big play or get what he needed? And in this case, he got what he needed, and it set up a touchdown drive. Parker Sertivan will line it up. Kicks away. That will bounce to the turf, will be picked up by number 17, Andrew Kelly, who will break a couple of tackles and then get tackled down at the 30-yard line, and that's where the Knights will take over 1st and 10.
Joel Robinson trips him as he tries.
Creekside got to be the beneficiary of some great field position earlier.
Their own 32-yard line.
Spotted at the 32-yard line. Their best field position starting today has been the Fleming Island 46, which was a lot and turned into a touchdown drive. Now Creekside comes out with 4 wide receivers. Edwards will take the snap. He'll give to Williams, and Fleming Island will put that one right where it started. He'll get about a yard on that one. Khalil Matthews will get the stop.
And number 8,
Nicky Williams has been a bit of a pain in the rear end for Fleming Island tonight. He's been productive, not an explosive run tonight, but when Creekside does this and goes in tempo, that could be a threat. Takes the snap, rolls, he's got a man. They're going to try to run that seam route again, and this time they're going to call a pass interference call on Abram Wright because he had his hand on the receiver. He made a great play on the ball, but you can't keep your hand on the receiver like that. Wright is upset with himself because he knew he had that pass deflected and down, and that's going to bring up a 1st down for Creekside.
Pass interference is
Great defensive play to be marred by a penalty, and Wright is beside himself. See him hanging his head because he knew he had that pass blocked, and it was a great defensive play. Moves the ball up across the 45 to the 47-yard line of Creekside. 1st and 10. 4 wide receivers. Creekside will give here. Williams will get stopped right in the backfield. That's going to be a loss of about a yard. Great penetration by the Golden Eagle defensive front. Joel Robinson on the stop there. Great move. That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd down and 11.
Creekside will stay in that no huddle with 4 wide receivers, bring 3 to the left. Williams dots the pistol.
Ball back at the 47-yard line.
Takes the snap. He's going to roll to his right. He's got a man. He's going to look downfield. Single coverage. He's going to overthrow him.
Pass ball is incomplete.
Number 14, Eros Toffer, was the intended target on that play. Was in stride, and had he not overthrown that ball, that was going to be a big gainer. Brings up 3rd down and long for the Knights.
Yeah, simply got him on a second move, just an out and up, and he bid on that out.
Fleming Island will line it up now, 3rd and 11.
For Creekside.
Wilson Edwards has found some good targets tonight. Let's see if he can do something on 3rd and 11 right here. He'll take the snap. Blitz coming in on the outside, and he's going to get lit up. He's going to get away from the pressure. Fleming Island going to still try to pursue. They're going to get him down before he crosses the 1st down marker. Unbelievable run by Wilson Edwards. He's got the capability to scramble and did so. My goodness, Jace Edwards had the sack and the end of the play, and he scampered away. Edwards gets across midfield to the 39-yard line, and a 1st down for Creekside.
Yeah, big run. Like you said, it looked like Jace had him stopped in the backfield for the sack.
Goodness. 1st down, Creekside. They'll do a quick swing out, and that ball looked like it was intended to go to Brendan McMillan, but the ball split his receivers, and that one falls harmlessly to the turf. 2nd down. Like trying to pick up the old 7-10 split on that one. Pretty much went nowhere. It's got to be frustrating for a quarterback to have your receiver come out, be wide open, and you either mishandle the ball or they don't quite run to the spot they're supposed to. It warrants a conversation for sure. 2nd and 10.
I think the conversation is whose fault was it really?
Yeah. Edwards coming out on the outside again. Receiver falls down, but they're going to flag Abram Wright again for a pass interference play. And I just caught the tail end of it, and it looks like Wright was playing solid defense and the defender fell, but they're going to call off a defensive pass interference on that, and Creekside's going to move again, 1st down.
Yeah, I'd have to see it again. And the only thing I would say to that is, as a defensive player, you have the right to the ball as well. Unfortunately, that's the second penalty on him on this drive.
2 PI calls against Abram Wright on this drive, both of them in plays where he was liable to make a good play on defense, just made too good of a play. So it brings up 1st down for Creekside, coming inside the red zone.
23-yard line.
Takes the snap. Creekside gets it, and that one's initial contact, but then the rest of the Golden Eagle defense puts that one to a very abrupt end. Number 56, Joey Couch, with the initial contact, that slowed him up, and the rest of the gang tackling took care of it. Only got about a pair of yards on that one. 2nd down and 8. So far, the Golden Eagles have defended the run game when they need to, that is for sure.
Yeah, that's the 2nd time we've had them stop in the backfield. Last time we didn't stop them, they scored. This time we actually stopped them. The whole
fumbled snap. Ball still on the ground, and then all Edwards can do but to fall on it. Fleming Island was liable to come in and grab that one. Number 33, Tyler Beverly. Well, that's not Tyler Beverly. I think they might have changed the number on that one. No, it's number 23. Tyler Williams on that one. We got our Tylers mixed up there.
28-yard line, 3rd down and 15.
3rd down and 15 on the loss. Fleming Island almost ran to that one. Williams was very close to a recovery, but Edwards falls wisely on it and prevents the Fleming Island turnover, which would have been very big at this junction of the game. 4 wide receivers for Creekside on 3rd and long. Eros Toffer comes across the formation in motion, takes the snap, he's going to roll out of the pocket, pressure coming on the backside, and this time they're going to stop him before he gets to the original line of scrimmage, down to the 25-yard line. A great stop by Fleming Island. Edwards rolled out, tried to get what he could on that one, and it's 4th and long.
Bring up 4th down and about 12.
Yeah, Matthews got a hold of him with that one.
Creekside keeps the offense on the field. They're only down by 4 points. And now they decide against it. They're going to go ahead and bring on the special teams unit. Some points better than nothing on 4th and long here. Approaching the 5-minute mark to play in the 3rd quarter.
Like a 42-yarder.
About a 42-yard attempt.
They will mark it just about 42 yards out of the hold of Sean Aschenfelder. This is Raymond Dergjadi. Kick is up, and he might have pushed that one to the left. And no, he did. He did get it good. It looked like it was kind of sidewinding to the left there, but that goes through the uprights for the field goal. 4:53 to go. Your score now 21-20. Fleming Island hanging on to the lead. Let's take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll have more of this exciting game. It's a close one here at the Rock on homecoming night. You're watching Fleming Island Golden Eagle football on FSB.
Mr. Chubby's Wings are more than just wings. With a great food and beverage selection, Mr. Chubby's is the home of the original Fleming Island Happy Hour, Monday through Friday, 4 to 7 p.m. You can catch all your favorite sporting events on the numerous TVs, including all Fleming Island football games on FSB. Before or after the game, Mr. Chubby's has you covered, and they're only 0.8 of a mile from the Fleming Island High School campus. You can order online at MrChubby'sWings.com or call 904-272-WINGS. And while you're at it, let Mr. Chubby's cater your next event. Call 904-272-WINGS.
Kick is away. Creekside scoring on the field goal on that one. That ball falls into the end zone for a touchback. Fleming Island gets the ball on the 20-yard line. Glad you're with us tonight on Florida Sports Broadcasting. BP along with the FSB insider James Critch. We are happy to bring you this game tonight on a gorgeous and a little chilly Friday night. It's sub 60 degrees outside right now.
Timeout on the field by
We'll stay right here and
4:51.
take a look at the third quarter right here. My
Water
goodness
break.
gracious, we've had a tight ball game. I was not expecting this one to be as close as it is so far,
Next
James.
week, the Golden Eagles are traveling to Gainesville.
Yeah, but Creekside averaging 30 points, giving up defensively. Our running game, I figured we'd have a little bit more on the board by now. But you know what? I love the fact that we're sticking with the run game, and I've said it numerous times. The fact that Sebastian's looking down the field, he's looking to take a shot. I'm expecting we're going to score a couple more touchdowns here. Like that opportunity has shown itself a handful of times. So I like it. I like our chances right now. Everything feels kind of good. I like the way that we're running the game. You know, that was a big win on the defense. You know, 2 pass interferences on the same drive. You know, and then to hold them to 3 points, still have the lead. I like it.
Yeah, those pass interference calls that were kind of an absolute dagger in that drive, and they could have been a lot worse for Fleming Island, that's for sure. But the defense holds. That's 2 stops on the night, holding Creekside to field goals where they otherwise would have scored touchdowns. Broughton comes out. Sebastian doing pretty well tonight. Marshall cuts into an open hole right there, and he gets about 5 yards to get it to the 25-yard line. Mustafa Marshall always reliable between the tackles.
Yeah, like you guys say every week, that's a great change of pace right there. Straight downhill runner.
It's one of the best changes of paces that they have right now. Tayshawn Smith also adds a lot of speed and some lightning to that thunder in the backfield. Broughton comes out with wide receivers to his right and left. 3, Dominic out on the far side. He's going to bring Trace Burney across the formation. Marshall will get another yard or so. Third down.
3rd down and 4.
Broughton trots over to the sidelines to get a directive from the coaching staff here. Signal the play in, and then they'll move on. Trace Burney made that big play earlier in the second quarter, late in the second quarter, to set up a touchdown drive.
Was the offensive lineman that came in at guard.
Brendan Cook is going to line up to the near side of the formation. Dominic looks like he's going to go out to the right. Marshall stays in at running back. Taking a little bit of time here to get this play set up.
Yep.
3rd down and 4.
Be mindful of the play clock here, although there's not one on the field. Referees are keeping it regardless. 3 wide. Dominic with a cushion. Burney comes across, and now they're going to get that delay of game penalty that I was wondering about. My goodness.
Game against the Golden Eagles.
I'm not sure what the holdup was when you had a 3rd down and manageable. That now becomes a 3rd down and long.
Yeah, you can't do that. Shooting yourself in the foot on that one.
Call it 3rd down and about 9. Approaching the 3-minute mark, and it appears that the Fleming Island offense is having trouble getting some signals in, so it seems to be some miscommunication. Dakota Rowe will now come out, line up in the slot. They've got 4 wide. Broughton takes a snap. Got good protection. He's going to step up, and he's going to wait and throw, and then wait and throw, and that's going to get caught and then dropped out. Brendan Cook had his hands on the ball, and it fell right out. That was in for the money, and Brendan Cook has dropped another pass tonight, and those are critical.
Those are huge. Those are huge. That was a great pass by Sebastian. Hit him right in the numbers in stride. Got to make those plays.
Brendan Cook is going to be beside himself after missing that one. He was open, and it was a big chunk play, which they needed. Khan Jumani is going to come in punt formation for the Eagles.
Well, Bernie may be beside himself, but I have a feeling Coach Gio is going to be standing right next to him.
Coach Gio's got something to say about that one. Jumani gets a great end-over-end punt, and he takes the fair catch, jumbled, bobbled, and then eventually caught. Andrew Kelly, the senior wideout, will receive that ball dead spot at midfield. 1st and 10 for Creekside.
At midfield.
Fleming Island got a good stop on them, holding them to a field goal despite those pass interference penalties. But Creekside has been taking advantage of excellent field position tonight. So with a short field, what do the Knights do here? And moreover, what do the Golden Eagles do on defense? Here's the snap. Williams will get that one over left tackle. A couple of good moves. And then another missed tackle on that one. And then he's still on his feet, crosses the 30. And that's going to be a 1st down for Creekside, just like that. 20 yards of field position eaten up. Williams with a great run on that play. Not very good tackling by the Golden Eagle defense.
Yeah, it's the biggest gain they've given up to a running back tonight so
Ball
far.
at the 29
Play
yard
tempo,
line.
go to the 29, gets a snap, they'll feed Williams again, goes over the right side, another big hole. Abram Wright gets a stop on that one, just across the
Wright
25 to
with
the
stop.
24-yard line. Pickup of about
Inside the
6.
20. Officials time.
And we got a timeout on the field. Fleming Island is going to take that timeout to see if they can slow down the pace. We'll stay right here. Let's get a score update from around the North Florida area and parts beyond in the state of Florida. Out in Baldwin at the half, 34-0 West Nassau. First Coast with a chance to try to share or win the district outright is losing to Paxson 24-0. Rains blowing out Atlantic Coast 28-0. Wolfson blows out ICA 56-6. Jackson leading Baker County right now 21-14. Final Fort White over Ridgeview 32-15. Oakleaf beating Madison County right now 27-14. Ponte Vedra and Yulee also in progress. We'll see if we can get a score on that one. St. Augustine beats Gainesville pretty bad 58-0. Beachside leading Crescent City 42-28 in a game that is going to determine the district title. Bartram Trail leading Buchholz in the fourth quarter. Get ready, 14-0.
Wow.
In a low-scoring game, by the way. Columbia leading Gadsden County 22-10. Bradford beating Dunellen 44-0. Brunswick leading South Effingham 28-0. And go into a couple more into Georgia here. Camden County down to Valdosta 14-3. And that's going to do it for some football in the area.
Snap to the quarterback, but he grabs it in and gets
And that's first down inside the 15 for Creekside.
Down to the 13. Creekside will have another
Very
first
shocking
down.
that Bartram Trail Buchholz game is not only low scoring, but Bartram Trail is shutting them out. Here's the snap. Creekside will give. Williams has got this one. Another tackle, big hit. Crosses the 10-yard line down to about the 8.
Ball carrier gets 5 yards.
Maybe 5 yards.
Williams.
Creekside will go tempo, and they're trying to speed this up to see if they can keep the Golden Eagles on their heels. They're just going to keep feeding Williams until they can stop him, and he marches right into the end zone for a Creekside touchdown. Nothing doing.
Touchdown Creekside.
Walked in on that one, and I think the tempo is really putting the Fleming Island defense on its heels.
It is. It is. You can see it. They're not set. They're not ready. And sooner or later you're going to start seeing players with hands on hips getting tired.
Brendan Cook was playing defense on that series. He's shaken up on the play, and he will come out. And no, they're actually going to wave him on because Creekside's going to go for 2. And they give it around the end to Williams, and he walks right in. Actually, that was not Williams on that one. That was number 8, Sean Ashenfelder, who also plays quarterback. That notches 2 on the board, so Creekside now jumps ahead 28-21, make it a 7-point ball game.
Yeah, and if you notice down there on the corner, they were still trying to get players on and off the field. They weren't even set with apparently the right defense that they wanted when they realized they were going for 2. You saw the same thing with the offense. It's like the guys got to get it together, take a deep breath, and get organized. I mean, this is what we expect tonight. We expected a tough game. We know everything is basically on the line tonight. So we got to get moving.
They've played really good through about 2.5 quarters. This is probably the worst that they've done so far. Now, they did this last week against Mandarin. Somehow everything was slipping away from them. Mandarin marched back, took a lead, and then all of a sudden the Golden Eagles won it. Let's hope that they can stop that right now. That ball is going to be received inside the 5-yard line. It's going to cut up to the 20, going to cross to the 25. Sebastian Cruz still moving the pile, and then he'll get across to about the 28, maybe the 29-yard line, and that's where the Golden Eagles will start 1st and 10 with about $1:40 to go in the third.
We'll bring it out to the 23-yard line.
7-point game, though. It's not insurmountable for the Golden Eagles, and this has been a back-and-forth affair.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, we're sticking with the run game. You know, we've talked about it, Sebastian looking for the opportunities downfield, but, you know, this drive here, I think we're going to have to come away with 7. We talked about it earlier, that the field goal kicking, the kicking game's been an issue this season.
Creekside does give up a lot of points on defense, so it's not like the Golden Eagles haven't had a chance to score. They'll give it to Singleton, who will bounce
Singleton.
over the line of scrimmage. He's still driving the pile, still moving 8, maybe 9 yards. They're finally going to stop his forward progress across the 30 to the 31, about the 32-yard line. Sam can really drive when he wants to. He ran very much downhill into the Creekside defender and then kept driving, and that's very important.
Yeah, it's almost time for some of these seniors to start stepping up. Like, let's go. Like, they have to know what's what's on the line tonight.
2nd down and about 3. Singleton stays in at tailback. Broughton will get the snap. He'll do the quick swing out to Bernie, who has a blocker. He'll cross the first down marker over the 35 to the 37-yard line. Trace Bernie sure-handed, and he'll grab that first down. Golden Eagles will move the sticks.
Yep.
Nice and simple on the play call, too. Nothing fancy, just get the ball into the hands of your receiver, your skill player, and just have him run.
And most importantly, move those chains.
Absolutely. 1st and 10 for the Golden Eagles at the 37-yard line. Time winding down in the 3rd quarter here.
Time winding down in the 3rd quarter.
It's as if I know what's going on. Sam Singleton doesn't quite get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll get just behind the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And that may or may not be the last play of the quarter. We'll see how it does when time winds down.
3rd down.
And it's 2nd down now. Down marker is incorrect. The officials are on it right there. They're going to mark that as 2nd down and about 11. Dakota Rowe will come in at tight end on this play. Fleming Island looks like they'll come out with a more jumbo formation. Now we have a stoppage of play there. That is the end of the 3rd quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to put the hammer down. When we come back, 28-21, Creekside with the lead, Fleming Island with the ball. Let's take a quick break and we'll see how this game finishes. You're locked into Fleming Island football on Florida Sports Broadcasting.
Many people make the Fleming Island football team a success, and one of those is the Fleming Island Golden Eagle Football Club and the many fine local businesses that contribute to the program. Some of those businesses include Sacred Heart Catholic Church of Fleming Island. Find them at sacredheartcatholicchurch.org. Johnson & Johnson Coldwell Banker Realty, and Callaway Contracting of Jacksonville, callawaycontractor.com. Florida Sports Broadcasting salutes the many local businesses who support academics and athletics in our community.
Back here at the Rock, homecoming night. So far, it's been a pretty good ball game. Fleming Island has stayed in it. Creekside taking a lead now, 28-21, with 12 minutes left to go in regulation. It is 2nd down now for the Golden Eagles inside their 35-yard line, just across the 35. Broughton will come out with 3 wide receivers. He'll fake. Singleton will be the beneficiary of it, and Dakota Rowe. Oh my goodness.
There he is.
We were just talking about sure hands, and he makes a circus catch down to the 43-yard line. 1st down, and there's a flag on the play. And
looks like we're coming back.
I cannot believe that we had another fantastic play, and it all comes back. And that's a procedure penalty on the Golden Eagles.
Not the time to start getting the penalties.
No.
But going back to Dakota Rowe, what a weapon.
I mean, goodness gracious.
Very big athletic kid with good hands. I think we talked about it earlier. I think maybe 2 drops all season.
And came around and almost had to do a corkscrew to catch that ball. That was fantastic. They move it back to the 32-yard line, 2nd and long now for the Golden Eagles. Why not put it up again? They'll spread the formation out with 4 wide receivers. Broughton will get the snap. He'll ride it out and then gives up the middle. That is Tayshawn Smith. He gets to across the original line of scrimmage and gets another yard beyond that. Makes it 3rd down, and we'll call it roughly 9, maybe 8 actually. Tayshawn Smith, another good downhill runner, will provide that speed into the hole. Once he gets into open space, look out, kids. That was a good chunk of yardage to get the penalty and then some. Still brings up 3rd down and long. And they'll stay in 4
Press
wide
coverage
receivers.
down here on the bottom with Dominic.
Dominic in one-on-one in press. He's going to try to hand fight his way. He is open for a second, and Broughton sees it, but then he can't do anything with it. Now he's going to try to throw him open, and Broughton's going to dump a pass off, and that was ill-advised because the Creekside defense was coming on that closing. Broughton tried to make a mountain out of a molehill, make whatever you wanted to call it, and that brings on Conjumani to punt. And at this point, field position very important for the Golden Eagle defense.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that downfield when Dominic actually wanted to come back to Sebastian. He got grabbed by the back of the neck. Surprised they didn't get a penalty on that.
Interesting, no call. Yeah.
Yeah, Sebastian was looking at him, trying to get him to come back to him, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, he's been getting grabbed on the back.
So the drive stalls. Clock will stop just about 11-minute mark here. Field position going to be very important. Jumani takes it high, snap, kicks it away. Nice high punt. That's going to let his coverage come up. Fair catch signaled at the 30-yard line. Andrew Kelly decides he doesn't want to take that any further than where he caught it. That'll be first down for Creekside. Very important that Fleming Island's defense keep them on their own side of the 50 for as long as possible and try to get this ball back. We need another turnover pretty quickly.
Yeah, this is time for Jace Edwards or Joel Robinson, one of the boys, to step up, like one of the seniors, that have been here and put a lot of time into this football program to make a play right now.
It's very important that they get a stop on this drive because Creekside will move down the field in tempo. Takes the snap. Williams breaks a hole, huge hole. He's going to cross all the way to the 50-yard line, stops him right at midfield. That's going to be a first down. Abram Wright on the tackle, and oh my goodness, they've gotten it. And now here comes that tempo again. Fleming Island on their heels. Defense very disorganized to try to run a man off. It's not going to happen. They're going to get the substitution penalty.
Yeah.
Luke Gann, the Ganimal, was trying to run off as fast as his big legs could carry him. And that was not happening, so they'll get him with 12 men on the field and make it 1st and 5. And that's just – you don't see a lot of tempo. Fleming Island has not seen a lot of tempo this season, and the Creekside offensive coaching staff is playing onto that very well.
Yeah, they've made adjustments, and right now it's making Fleming Island pay for it.
Williams will get that one, and he will come just short of the first down marker, just about 39-yard line, 39 and a half. Creekside jumps up, they'll play tempo, second down and short. Get a snap, he'll fake the window, he'll give to Williams. Williams crosses. He got stopped on that play, but not after he got enough for the first down. They'll stop him at the 40-yard line. That stops the clock, brings up the first down. Fleming Island will try their best to substitute very quickly to see if they can get this defense set up here. Creekside goes no huddle, and they're moving. Pedal to the middle on the 40-yard line of Fleming. Gets a snap. Williams will get the beast fed again. He gets about 1.5 yards on that play. That might slow down the pursuit for just a minute as they didn't get the chunk play that we're looking for. But Creekside will jump up and still run tempo.
Robinson on that stop.
1 yard on the play. Second down and 9. Fleming Island a little bit more organized after the good stop. Golden Eagles look like they're set up in that 3-4 defense that they'd switched to in the middle of last season that provided some success. Here's the snap. Williams is going to get this one again over the middle. Found another big hole, and they're breaking right through that 3-4 defense. He is just shy of the 30-yard line, which is where he needs the first down. Creekside will continue putting the pedal to the metal. Third down and short. They'll switch out. Luke Gann comes on the field. Number 76, Khalil Matthews.
Is that Jace Edwards down on the field, down by the 23-yard line?
That is. That is Jace Edwards. So that's going to stop the drive and there with a timeout with about 9.5 minutes.
Hopefully he's just cramping.
And it's a distinct possibility. Even though the temperature's cool outside, cramping is cramping when you're
out on the field
out on the field for sure. And it looks like that might be what he's dealing with right now. I don't see him in very obvious pain other than the fact that that calf muscle might be a little tighter than he wants it to be. Third down and short here, and stop the drive with 9:25. Now I saw the official signal something. I'm not sure if they called a timeout on that play or not and charged it to Fleming Island. It might have just been the injury timeout. They run the clock there at the referee's signal. Third down. Well, now they're calling it second down. Here's the snap. Quick throw, and almost got deflected, but that's going to get caught They'll push him out of bounds.
Run out of bounds.
Great
by
play
Joel
design there.
Robinson.
Brendan McMillan gets the swing pass and gets the first down for Creekside.
will have a first down.
Fleming Island trying to get personnel onto the field to adjust to the situation, and it's just not happening at the speed they want to. Defense on their heels.
Yeah, you got Devontae Lewis and actually Joel Robinson arguing out there on the field right now. They seem like they're kind of out of sorts a little bit.
Got to maintain your composure and your discipline in a situation like this. You might go down 2 touchdowns. Creekside will take the snap. Gives it. Williams has been running all over the place, and this time they actually put a stuff on him. 3 Golden Eagles converge.
Huge play
and
by
put Nicky
Darius.
they put Nicky Williams on his back.
Walker
Walker Whidden also helping in on that stop. Creekside stonewalled on that play.
2nd down and 13.
Big loss on that one, and that's what Fleming Island needed. If you can hold him to a field goal here, that's a win. You know, it makes it a 2-possession game. You can't let him give up a touchdown.
Fleming Island runs tomorrow morning at Matanzas.
4 wide receivers for Creekside. Takes the snap. Williams has been the hot spot on this drive. He actually squirted out of that play and got about to the 15-yard line. They had him stuffed, and then he managed to slip through.
It'll be 3rd down and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and long, 3rd and 9. They can get a first down inside the 10-yard line, maybe about the 7.
Wednesday, the boys golf team
I mean, I was watching it on the screen here. I don't know how that kid got through that.
First tee times are 8 in the morning.
Knights stay no huddle, but they're going to slow down a little bit, try to milk as much of this clock as they can, knowing that Fleming Island has been driving.
Is a good place to be.
On 3rd down, he'll take the snap. That got bobbled in. That was an amazing turn of events. The snap was missed. Edwards bobbled it, but Williams picked it up right away. It looked like it might have been going to him anyway, but he got back to the line of scrimmage. And that was a stop by Fleming Island, no matter how you slice it. A little fortuitous on the bad snap. Otherwise, that ball goes running loose. We've got a turnover.
Yeah, well, we got sitting at a 32-yarder.
About a 32-yard field goal. Raymond Darjati will try this one. He's 2 of 2 on the night.
Come on, Brandon Cook.
A block would be huge here for the Golden Eagles. Low snap, gets it up. He kicks away, and he got it over the right upright. 31-21. Regardless, Fleming Island did get a stop on that when they gave up 3, and the damage is done. Still a 2-possession game, but the Golden Eagles not out of it. Giving up a touchdown would have been disastrous the way that Creekside was moving the ball down the field.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier, Brian, about going for the 2-pointer with a Screaming Eagle. That could come into play here late in the game.
I would almost definitely think so. That
keeping it a 2-score game like this.
Very much so. We're happy you're with us tonight on Florida Sports Broadcasting. It's been a gorgeous, very clear Friday night and very chilly for mid to late October here. Brian Paul alongside the FSB insider James Kritz. I'm sure you're going to have an interesting ride-up tonight after your first time on the mic here with us this season, but we're glad that you're pitching relief for us. So
yeah, I think actually tonight, instead of writing about critiquing of the team, I would do that about myself.
Yeah, that's okay, man. I've been doing this a long time. Ray has too, and you know what?
So we got Sam Singleton back there for the kickoff return.
We need him to make a big play.
We do.
Very quickly. Singleton will take this. It's in front of the goal line. He's got it. It's going to cross the 15 to the 20. Finds a seam, 25. There's a flag on the play. Doggone it. Second flag on that one. That one's coming back. They might be flagging Dakota Rowe for a block on this play, or probably a hold. That's actually the initial call. Looks like it's going to be a holding penalty. And my goodness, a block in the back. Dakota Rowe on that one. And that backs it up. So a Singleton return gets nullified. And the Eagles are already backing up. Score update in the district race right now. Still in the 4th quarter now. Bartram Trail 21, Buchholz nothing.
Golden Eagles start deep in their territory with 7:10 to go in the ball.
We managed to hold Bartram Trail to 17 points.
Did you just say 21-0?
I said 21-0. We managed to hold Bartram Trail to 17 points. Buchholz is getting shut out right now. We might have, if we need to hurry up and get this game going, we got an outside shot to beat Buchholz if that's the case. We got to finish the task at hand tonight.
Business here.
Down 10 points with the ball right now at the shadow of our own goalpost. Sebastian Broughton's got to lead the troops. Can he carve out another drive or two to put the Golden Eagles on top? Trace Burney across the formation in motion. They'll fake the jet sweep. Broughton will roll out of the pocket. He's in his end zone. He comes back out. Quick throw to Darian Dominic, who goes right through his hands at the 20-yard line. Incomplete.
Intended for Darian Dominic.
That's the pass that you want to throw. You got to get it to your big man somehow, but that was not the desired situation as Broughton was scrambling for his life in the end zone, and that's a dangerous place to be.
Yeah, I'm just really surprised as many times as Sebastian has looked that way to Dominic that they're leaving that single coverage. You've got to take advantage of it.
They'll stay with 4 wide receivers. Dominic on the near side is by himself with a cushion. Broughton, they're going to quick throw to Dominic. That's what you want. Right over there across the 15-yard line. They force him out of bounds.
16-yard line.
To the 16. Dominic with a solid catch. It's going to bring up 3rd and very manageable, about 3rd and 3. Clock approaching the 6.5-minute mark. For Sebastian Broughton right now, you need to manage the drive, but you got to run with a little bit of urgency here. You cannot take a whole lot of time in between snaps. Staying in that 4 wide receiver pistol formation. On 3rd and short. Flag on the play. And they're going to call another procedure penalty on Fleming Island. That's going to make it 3rd down and 8. And
the
Golden Eagles are doing whatever they can to shoot themselves in the foot for some reason.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned about, them playing with a little more urgency. I mean, we saw it at the Oakleaf game in Bartram. We noticed that. Like, tonight's not the night. We got plenty of time on the field, but we got to go. Got to move the ball. Got to have some urgency. And that starts on the sideline.
Creekside's been moving with tempo all night. Why can't we reciprocate is the question. Broughton will take the snap, pump fakes, steps up into the pocket. He's found a receiver. There's Dominic wide open. Good night, sweetheart. Across the 50 to the 40, to the 35, to the 30. Shakes the tackler, lost the ball, but it falls out of bounds, luckily. My goodness, Darian Dominic lost a handle on it. Gets down to the 28-yard line, though. That's a big play.
Yep.
That's what they needed, my goodness gracious. But you got to hang on to the football, Darian.
Timeout call on the field by the officials as the FHSAA water
All right,
break
that's going to be the mandatory water break. Let's take a breath here after that big play with 5:51 left to play in the game. This is the last mandatory timeout, and we'll take it with him. You're watching Florida Sports Broadcasting. This is Fleming Island Golden Eagle football, live from the Rock. We'll be back.
Many people make the Fleming Island football team a success, and one of those is the Fleming Island Golden Eagle Football Club and the many fine local businesses that contribute to the program. Some of those businesses include the Chief Fitness Center of Fleming Island, chieffitnesscenters.com, Ball Hawker Recovery and Recycling, ballhawker.com, and Grumpy's Restaurant of Orange Park, grumpysrestaurantco.com. Florida Sports Broadcasting salutes the many local businesses who support academics and athletics in our community.
Fleming Island driving now, down 10 with a chance to close the gap here. Just under 6 minutes to play in the ball game. Sebastian Broughton just had a good pass to Darian Dominic, brought him down to the 28. Here's a snap. He's going to pump fake. Broughton's going to step up. He's got a receiver downfield, but he decided he was going to take it himself. He's going to get a couple of yards on that one. That's a 1st down. So a good job. He had a receiver open, and I could see that he had eyes on it, but then he decided to run with it. Either way, it moves the sticks. It's a 1st down.
Yeah, Darian was doing everything he could to get Sebastian's attention. I mean, he was wide open, and he was. You could almost hear him up here screaming, "Throw me the ball!"
I think he might have had Brendan Cook open on that one too at some point in the corner. So it's 1st down and 10 for the Golden Eagles, just shy of the 15-yard line, right about 17. Here's the snap. Singleton will get that one. He gets stuffed in the backfield, knocked back to the 20-yard line. They'll mark his forward progress about 2 yards ahead of that. And if you're Fleming Island at this point, step on the gas. And here's Broughton right now. He's looking for a play. He wants to get something going, and he's waiting on the sidelines. Okay, now they're signaling a play here. But if I'm the coaching staff at this point, I'm putting the pedal to the metal. I'm giving Sebastian Broughton 3 to 4 plays, and say, look, you need to rotate between a couple of these. We need to march downfield to score.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Like, this is It's taking too long.
4 wide.
We're not down 7. We're down 2 scores.
Rowe's going to come across the formation. Takes the snap. Clean pocket. Got a pressure, and then he's going to get out of it. Throws it. That's caught. And Sam Singleton's going to score.
All right. What a play, Sam.
The Creekside defense is going to be beside themselves because they had Broughton sacked. He stepped up in the pocket, found the hole. Sam Singleton does it again with the improvised play. Caught, touchdown. The Sam Singleton show has scored so many times tonight I've lost track. I think it's at least 3 touchdowns, 2 passing tonight, 1 on the ground. Broughton stays out on the field. And here we go again, David Wells. You missed it the first time. You might get a second look if you happen to be watching. Screaming Eagle going for 2. 31-27 your score.
Golden Eagles are going for 2.
Singleton will line up in Wildcat.
A false start.
And they're going to back him up 5 yards.
Penalty marker on the field.
Oh, no, timeout Creekside. That is not a flag. That is a timeout by the Creekside Knights. They saw the Screaming Eagle a second time and did not want to play with it in that instance. They wanted to think about it, so that's what they'll do.
Don't forget, stick
now,
around
some of this is because of the kicking game. We know that.
Yeah, obviously this part is.
But on the other side of it, why not throw the changeup? Why not go for 2? Put your big guys in there. We've seen this happen where they line up in this very tight formation with big guys with good hands, good power, and run it in. They've done first downs with this formation. They did this last year, and that's why we called it the Screaming Eagle, because it was the big uglies on the field screaming down, doing what they need to do. So that is not surprising that they've brought that out. I'm sad that they waited so late in the year. We've been calling for it. But nonetheless, Creekside took the time out there to think about the situation. Now, I don't see Sebastian Broughton in that huddle down there, so I think they might be staying.
Well, Sam's still down there.
And then they might be making an adjustment here because I see Abram Wright and Joel Robinson coming off. And now you're going to bring the base offense out onto the field. So now they've fooled them once with it, and I don't think they were going to get him a second time. Creekside decided they weren't going to get nailed by the Screaming Eagle this time, so they're going to bring in the offense to run a 2-point play. Broughton will spread the formation. Cook will come out to the far side.
Back on the field for the point.
This is a huge extra point because if we miss it, then we have to score a touchdown at the end of the game.
Quick slant.
Behind him.
And he threw it behind him. That's incomplete. So now if you're Fleming Island, you're down 4. You got to score the touchdown to win the game, but the first mission is you got to keep Creekside from scoring.
Yep. And
got to get the ball back.
I would assume they're going to stick with the game plan that's been working all second half. Go tempo. And they've been running the ball.
Get the chunk play, move tempo, get the chunk play, move tempo. So, and Fleming Island's not been able to stop it. So I think the first thing you need to do is you need to get this kick deep, cover it, and pin them back. Don't let them get field position on you. Another classic brewing at the Rock tonight. Last week's game came down to a 99-yard drive on an improbable series where Trace Burney makes a great catch and then Darian Dominic finishes the drive and then the 2-point conversion to make it a 7-point victory for the Golden Eagles. Now we're in a similar situation with a little bit more time on the clock in a 4-point ball game. Creekside has got the lead. Golden Eagles are making it interesting. Parker Sertivan will spot the ball at the 40-yard line and line to kick this up. Looks like we have Brendan McMillan back deep for the Knights.
Sertivan to kick.
Sertivan dribbles this one. They're going to squib it. Ball will be picked up at the 25-yard line.
25. He'll be down at
and
the
he'll
32.
be brought down at the 32-yard line. It looks like that was Nicky Williams, the up back on that play. So they don't allow the big return, sacrifice some field position. Spotted at the 32-yard line of Creekside, 1st and 10.
Maybe the other thought process behind that was also save as much time as you possibly could.
Also a good plan, give up a little field position, not get a big return, keep some time on the clock. That was an excellent coaching decision. Now looking at it in retrospect. More importantly, you got to stop them on defense here. Edwards comes out with 4 wide receivers and Williams right behind him in the pistol. They've been feeding that beast all night. Williams gets stopped. Initial stop in the backfield, and that's what you need to do if you're Fleming Island right now. Abram Wright rectifying some mistakes from earlier with a big tackle, and right behind him, Demir Jackson. Walker Whidden got back with the initial penetration, and they backed him up a yard. 2nd down and 11, clock running, ball just across the 30-yard line. Creekside content to run some clock here with a 4-point lead.
2nd down and 11.
No safety coverage deep for Fleming Island. They are stacking the line of scrimmage, expecting the run. Now they'll drop back in the coverage, and that's exactly what they got, and it's intercepted! It's intercepted! The tipped pass gets picked off, and Devontae Lewis. And that's huge!
Devontae Lewis!
That's a huge play by this defense.
2nd turnover of the night, 2nd interception thrown by Wilson Edwards. You can't fault Edwards on that one. He made the right read and threw it, but a Fleming Island defender got a paw on it, got the deflection, and when you got the tip drill, it's all hands on deck. Devontae Lewis picks it up, ball sitting at the 30-yard line. Now if you're Fleming Island, you can take some time off the clock.
Yep.
1st and 10 in a short field in a 4-point game. Golden Eagle fans, stand by. This is going to get interesting.
31-27,
2 wide receivers in a jumbo set. Singleton is going to get it. He's going to cross the 30 to the 25 to the 20, down to the 15, still on his feet, down to the 11-yard line, stays in bounds. 1st down for the Golden Eagles.
Great run by Sam. Just some determination behind that one to get to that edge and push it upfield.
Boy, he can stride like a gazelle,
He sure
he?
can.
Absolutely love that run. 1st and 10. They can get a 1st down.
Not sure if you're a fan of Florida State or not, but if you are, you might enjoy him over there, Brian.
I might just a little bit. Singleton's going to get it again. Big hole up the middle.
6.
Good night. Sam Singleton Show. Say it with me, kids. Floridastate. Let's bring that boy to Tallahassee. First time I've said that tonight for sure. I'm going to be biased tonight. I like that run. Sam Singleton with the touchdown. Mama, I hope you're partying. So 33-31, Fleming Island going to go for 2 to try to make this a 4-point game. They're going to jump on the tempo themselves here. 2 wide, Singleton in the backfield. They're going to give it to Singleton. He finds a way to crush through. They're going to push, and he might
Way to fight Sam Singleton.
And you want to talk about the big uglies making a huge play. I see you, Fleming Island offensive line. A great push, and Sam Singleton makes it 35-31 with 3:12 left to go.
That was a heck of a finish on that one by the offensive line, and Sam keeping his feet moving.
The turnovers, 2 turnovers tonight, 2 critical interceptions, and both of them yield points for the Golden Eagles. What a great series by the Fleming Island offense to finish the drive. And my goodness, we've got a ball game.
Yeah, we sure do.
2 weeks in a row. And look at these players down here trying to get the students involved, and they need it.
Yeah, student section's been kind of quiet tonight.
That's unusual for the Fleming Island
here.
student section.
They're getting riled up now.
3:12 to go. Sertivan sends this one a little deeper than he did last time. And Fleming Island stays in their lanes. He does get up to the 30-yard line. And that's where the Knights will take over. And this Fleming Island defense has got to be juiced.
Yeah. Yeah, this is their time. This is what they do. We expect them to make big plays. This is the time right now. They make the big plays to change the momentum. Now it's time to make a play to seal the deal on this one.
30-yard line is where we'll start this drive. Fleming Island will bring their fans to the feet. Creekside not out of it by any stretch. Takes the snap. Good pressure. There's into the backfield, throws over the middle. That's caught. They found that wide receiver wide open in the middle of the field again. Gets down to the 30-yard line, maybe about the 31-yard line, they'll call it. Creekside flips the field. They're in plus territory now. And this is what we were worried about with Creekside, that tempo. They will step on the gas here and try to keep this moving to score quickly. First down, Creekside. Edwards drops back, throws it. That's over his head, incomplete. Ashton Reynolds, the intended target on that one. Had that been a little bit lower, that would have been caught and scored because he was in stride.
He was.
The Knights love to run that tempo when they get those big plays, and they have not let off the gas. Fleming Island's got to step up and put a stop.
That front four's got to have to get some pressure on him.
They will get that pressure. He's going to get hit as he throws. It's caught. What a great reception, tiptoeing out of bounds. Hampton Riedel gets that one as he lays out for the first down. Edwards took a shot on that play as he threw it, but still gets the first down. Bringing the ball to the 19-yard line with 2:41 to play. Fleming Island on their heels after getting the turnover and scoring on the succeeding drive. Three wide receivers to the right of Edwards. Then they'll move Williams into sidecar. Fakes it. Got pressure. He steps up in the pocket. Fleming Island will pursue. They will get him, and they'll stop the clock, and then they're going to hit him late. That's an aggressive play, I will say that much. It's not exactly what you wanted them to do, but they will move that one. Let's see, the 19-yard line is where they kind of were. They would probably move that one half the distance. Yeah, that's going to be first and goal for Creekside.
Personal foul, the call against the Golden Eagles.
And that's a bummer.
And I get it. When you're running full speed like that to the side, it's hard to stop. But, I mean, at least try to pull up, put your hands up or something. Don't drive through him.
And that's exactly what happened on that play. They over-pursued and then did not get the stop they were looking for.
First down, Creekside, first and goal.
First and goal for the Knights. Four wide, they'll get a snap here. They'll give and fake. Nope. They'll do the give right up the middle, and Williams is stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
By the Golden Eagles.
Golden Eagles put up the gangrene wall on that one and stopped him cold. Second down and goal. Ball sitting at around the 9-yard line. No gain on the play.
Second down and goal.
Fleming Island does have a safety into the end zone. They'll get a snap here. Penetration in the backfield. They're going to stop him for a loss.
Nice.
He stops him in the backfield.
Great pursuit to get him before he can put up a full head of steam. Going to mark it a loss of about 2, maybe 3 yards. Third down. Clock running, approaching the 1:45 mark. Creekside trying to manage the time.
Yeah, they're obviously content to let that clock run.
Trying to see if they can get a score in the end zone here and leave Fleming Island with as little time as possible. Fleming Island, on the other hand, they just want to stop. Passing situation on third down. He's got pressure in the backfield. He throws it over the middle. That's stopped right there. Fourth down.
Back to the 14-yard line.
They've lost another set of yards on the 14-yard line. Clock continuing to run.
I almost feel like
this is fourth down, and for Creekside, it's fourth down in ball game.
Fourth down and goal to go.
And I'm wondering if you're Coach Springs, you maybe take a timeout right here, save some time and set your defense up. But Fleming Island's just going to let the clock run. Defense imploring this fan base to get on their feet and make some noise. Who's going to be the homecoming winner tonight? Creekside going to run this clock down to its last possible second before they take timeout. We're under 45 seconds to go. And Creekside takes timeout. They'll stop it with 41.
By Creekside. 41 seconds to go in the ball game.
My goodness.
what a game.
If you've just joined us, you have watched another classic on FSB tonight. 35-31. Fleming Island off a turnover takes the 4-point lead. Successful try for 2. Creekside has marched down
Your Hearts had trouble
to the
last
9-yard
2
line.
weeks. You
They've
may
been
wanna
moving
consult the
backwards
position.
since 1st and goal.
These games have been too close.
It is now 4th and goal. Creekside looking to try to stuff it in the end zone here. Cannot get a first down. A stop here, and Fleming Island gets the game. And the boys are doing whatever they can
And the
to get
biggest
there,
part is they get their first win in district.
All right, everybody,
which is
everybody,
important in a
game
very,
Going to
very
Buchholz,
tough
yeah.
district.
Especially going to Buchholz next week.
And Buchholz is still losing that game, from what we understand. I'll have a score for you after the conclusion of our game.
4th and goal.
Now, I'd like to see them back off here because I'm assuming they're going to run one of these seam routes.
They've been doing it all night. And here we go. Here's the snap. They run it over the middle.
It
That's
is.
caught, and that's exactly what they did.
Touchdown across the middle.
4 plays, 4 seam routes, 4 touchdown drives. Creekside found the dagger, the chink in the Fleming Island armor.
34 seconds in the ball game.
There's still time on the clock. Fleming Island's defense besides themselves, but they've seen that all night.
Yep.
So the Creekside Knights go up 37 to 35. Ladies and gentlemen, this game is not over.
It's not over.
We found that out last week. Extra point is up and good. So your new score with 34 ticks of the clock, it's Creekside 38,
Creekside 38,
Fleming Island 35.
So here's a question for you, Brian. We've talked about it earlier tonight about the kicking game. It's a 3-point game. Are you going to try and drive to score the 7, or are you going to try and game plan to at least get in the field goal range?
You're going to have to drive and get 7 because you're
And that's unfortunate in a situation like this.
your kicker has not been very good. Your kicker has not been very good. Let's just be honest with it. And you haven't had consistency in the kicking game all season. You've had a couple of good, field goal kicks here and there, but you've really not tried it.
Yeah.
And if I'm Coach Springs at this point, I wait to see first what Creekside's going to do with this ball on the kick. I imagine they're going to try to pin him deep. And if that's the case, no matter what, Sebastian Broughton is going to have to make another tremendous play. So if I'm Seabass, if I'm the worm here, I'm going to tell my receivers it's time to ball out. Get on the same page. Whatever you do, get open. It's time to play some backyard football because the conventional stuff can go right out the window at this point.
Front five's going to have to give Sebastian some time because Darian's been getting open.
Singleton gets the kick. They block the wedge, and Singleton's going to get free. Singleton's going to run. He's got across the 45. He's trying to continue to run. He's just go ahead and get down right now. He crosses the 45-yard line with 23 seconds, and oh my gosh, here we go.
23 seconds to go.
Singleton was not running to get anything but a touchdown on that play.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, if I've got this correct, Fleming Island still has 2 timeouts, correct?
I believe that is
23
the case.
seconds and 2 timeouts. That's time.
Your whole playbook is open.
Yeah.
You don't have to run anything cute, but you got to do it with urgency. If you get down inbounds, timeout real quick. So here we go, kids. First down
They've
and
rolled
10.
a safety over to Darian's side, if you see over here.
Yep. 4 wide receivers. Tayshawn Smith is the setback. Broughton's going to step up. He's going to take off running. He's going to head to get as much as he can.
Get out of bounds.
And
Nope.
he did not get out of bounds. They've got to take time out.
They got it. 12 seconds.
Clock did not stop immediately. We'll see if they put the second on the clock. Broughton gets it down to the 45-yard line of Creekside.
They have 1 timeout left.
I think at this point, if you're Fleming Island, you got a timeout in your pocket. Best that you can do at this point is maybe get a good chunk play, stop the clock, and then go one more. You realistically, you've got 2 plays.
This might be the time, actually, because the clock will stop briefly on the first down.
When you'll take your timeout.
Correct.
You don't have to clock it. Take your timeout, get a play in, and then after that, it's ball game.
Yep.
Now, if by chance you get in good enough field position to set up a short field goal, you may need to take that chance and hope that you can get a kick in through the uprights. In either case, it's second down. Now they put 2 seconds on the clock to make it 13.
Second down, there's 13 seconds to go.
45-yard line is where we are. Sebastian Broughton takes the snap. He's looking. He's got to run out of the pocket. He's going to try to throw it. He throws it to Darian Dominic, who's got to play. He's going to hustle to get out of bounds, and he's not going to do it. Maybe he did with 1 second.
1 second.
They're going to call. Maybe they're going to do it with 1 second.
He's calling ball game.
They're calling the ball game. Darian Dominic got outside with 1 second. Now the officials are going to confer.
Nope.
Creekside saying that they've won the game. And I think this is a tragedy.
Yeah, it looked like he got out of bounds for 1
I'm
second.
sorry. I normally wouldn't say something like that, but that was not the correct call.
Final score, Creekside 38.
I mean, I know our clock's off a little bit different, but I mean, I started as soon as he snapped the ball. I mean, I'm showing 2 seconds.
Yeah, no, so the official time has expired. The officials have walked this game off, and Fleming Island loses a heartbreaker. Wow. And honestly speaking, that might do it for the playoffs for Fleming Island. They needed this game tonight. Yeah. I don't want to say anything was taken from them tonight, because they had plenty of opportunities to stop Creekside when you have 4 seam routes or 4 skinny posts that go over the middle and you get scored on 4 times. I'm not sure what else you're going to say about it. Yeah. So that's a defensive weakness that they've had exploited by 3 different teams in the district, and they've never plugged the hole.
So, yeah, and it's amazing. We're sitting up here. We're not coaches, but we had a feeling it was coming for that final touchdown.
Oh, yeah. It sure did.
Yeah, it's very disappointing.
Yeah, it absolutely did. But nonetheless, Fleming Island played their butts off tonight against a very good Creekside team who snaps a 2-game losing streak. Fleming Island bounces back last week, and then they lose this week. They'll fall to 4-3 on the season. The district was out of the question tonight, but now the postseason looks like a bleak affair, which is really unfortunate, because Buchholz is likely going to lose this game against Bartram Trail. They're going to get shut out tonight, and that could have set up a fantastic opportunity for the Golden Eagles to get a win over Buchholz and get a very good shot at the postseason, but that does not look like to be the case.
No.
James Critch, your final thoughts?
Great game. I mean, we made the play, like said, the Sebastian, we've been waiting on it, and tonight he played well. We got the ball down the field. Sam did his thing. I mean, he's always going to do it. The defense played good. They just, for some reason, the adjustments with those seam routes, they haven't been able to fix that for whatever reason for 3 weeks. And this week, this is huge. We're 0-3 in the district, and this was a heartbreaker that we desperately need, especially going against Buchholz next week. I mean, worst case scenario, you finish 2-2 in the district, but very disappointing loss. Feel bad for these kids. You can see you could feel the emotion of them when the referee said that the game was over. It's a lot of seniors that have 2 games left, and they know. I mean, they know that the possibility of playoffs now is slim to none, and that's a heartbreaking thing for seniors to walk off the field like that.
It is, very much so. Well, with that being said, homecoming night doesn't go according to plan for the Golden Eagles, and they will go home with a loss. 35 points on the board, and they did exactly what we thought they were going to do. They put on a lot of points against Creekside, but the Knights come out on top. Field goals were the difference in tonight's ball game. 38-35, the final score. Next week's broadcast will be at Buchholz. The Golden Eagles will move on to Gainesville for the last game of district play, and then we will return to the Rock next week for the season finale against Orange Park. For James Critch, Ray Canaveri on the camera tonight, and all of our friends at Florida Sports Broadcasting, we wish you a happy and wonderful weekend. Enjoy it, and enjoy this beautiful weather. This has been presentation of Fleming Island Golden Eagle Athletics here on Florida Sports Broadcasting. Good night, everyone.